Hi everybody, how we doing? Hello, hello. Back to your carpet. Hi Multi. Hi everybody. I just see Multi in chat. Multi lives on carpets right now. That is what we have going on. Hi, how's everyone doing? How's everybody's weekend been? How's everybody's week been? I guess we haven't really properly chatted since last week because Pico Park was so chaotic. Hi Blue Jay, hi Solar, hi Hydra, hi Misty, hi Witch. Hello everybody, I'm just making sure. How are you all today? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking Solar. I've had a good day. I've been outside, I've been in the sun. I got sunburned, but I've been in the sun, it's been nice. Hi Suntix, hello. Hello Multi on the carpets. Hi Metroid. Have I missed anyone? Who is Katie? I don't know, Sam. Who is Katie? Who are you? Who is Sam? Sam, you are. Sam. Hi, Sam. Oh, hi, Twitch. Hi, Ice. Hello, welcome to chat, my dude. First time in chat. Welcome. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to just poddle through chat right now. I'm doing my best. Hello, P. Hello, good day to you, too. Your back is cooked? No. What would happen if we remove one of the carpets? Been avoiding the sun. Dudes, I tried so hard. To, like, not sunburn. Hi, drawing guy. Hello. And I was really good. I mean, I spent, like, 4 hours out on the river. Which, I mean, my fault. We basically got in at one point and let ourselves be, like, taken down the river. And then got out another point kind of thing on like rubber boats and stuff. But I was so diligent. I creamed myself in multiple times, but I missed my arms. I think the second creaming, I missed my arms. So I didn't cream in my arms and they are so red. I always have like hair ties on my arm and I've taken them off and there's just like this white line. So yes. Back is cooked. Back is art posted cooked. Oh no. Need more sun time, you rarely burn, you're currently embarrassing pale for the summer. It's one of those things. I don't care about tans. We all need to be very cautious about it as well, especially me as well. because yeah, skin cancer is a thing. We need to be careful about tans. Shouldn't be going outside just to tan, but like, oh man, I tried so much. I'm gonna get told off. When Zimon comes back, I'm gonna get told off. Guys, protect me. Because I'm gonna get an earful. No. I tried. But yes, I went swimming for the first time this year and it was just so nice. I really, really miss swimming. Oh, yeah. Yes. Hair. I've got thick enough hair to not have to worry about my hairline, but absolutely, I totally understand that. Not looking like a ghost compared to other people would be great. Fair. Yeah, it's one of those things where I want to be out and about often enough to just organically maybe get a bit of a tan. But like at the same time, I don't want to lie out in the sun and potentially burn myself. Because let's be honest, whenever I lie out in the sun, like trying to get a tan, I just always burn. Like it's part and parcel. What I usually do is I like burn myself early in the year and then I tan. It's like and after that first burn I don't really burn myself anymore, but I didn't burn myself first time this year because it was just too hot to go outside. It was like 35 degrees Celsius, so we just didn't go outside, and so I didn't get that first burn. Anyway, any protection to be had? What a great stash strategy, burn yourself. I don't do it on purpose. I really don't. But once the first burning happens, I don't usually burn as bad. Afterwards I can be a bit more lenient, but like, dang it. I tried so hard not to burn. Because I don't want to burn. Burning is bad. Skin cancer is a thing. UV light is, all that stuff. Anyway, I immediately want to get going. It is only 8 minutes past 6. Guys, I'm giving myself 3 hours. So in 3 hours, on the dot, the bells will toll, 9 PM. is when the stream or like the drawing finishes. And until then, I should have made a timer. I should have put up a timer. Oh well. Until then, we have to get as many animatic frames done as possible. It's not going to happen. What's not going to happen? Making animatic frames, doing as many as possible. Why do you doubt, Multi? How dare? I have popcorn next. I have like stale popcorn on my table. And I'm just reaching for it and nomming on it because flipping out popcorn's good. But I really shouldn't because it's stale. And I'm also streaming. Because I get to prove you wrong. He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe. Okay. Dedication not to make an animatic in like a month. Popcorn is good. Not stale popcorn. It's kind of, it's like the bag's been open for a day. Or like, yeah, pretty much now at this point. I bought it back from work. It still crunches a bit. I mean, it still tastes good. It's just not as crunchy as otherwise. Anyway, distractions. So, the rules are today. Which has faith. Which is good because I need faith. The rules are today. No distractions. Because we're so good at no distractions. So I need to trust you guys to throw off the earth to Katie as soon as I get distracted. And protect me from the mods who try and distract. They were talking about yesterday sabotaging me and trying to distract me. I'm going to try my best to stay diligent. No one used the Katie. Multi, we were in VC. I know what you were talking about. And so we're going to try and get as many done as possible. I think when we were working on the limited life animatic for Battle Cry, we had a similar challenge that we set for ourselves. And what were you doing yesterday to distract? You weren't distract. You would mod. Gosh, whoever was in VC, I was in VC with Zim, Beamy, and Multi. They were saying they were going to distract. So how dare? No sabotage. Sabotage bad. But we managed to do, I think, 8 that time. And I'm going to try my best to do more this time. Because basically, there are so many frames that are so close to completion. I just need to sit down and do them. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to move over to a drawing. And as always, the screen is black at the start. I literally don't know why it does this. But this is what we have on my screen right now. What do we think of the thumbnail? I am not 100% sure on the colors for the double life part here. I'm going to play around with the colors a bit more. I think the purple's kind of cool. But I don't know if it's even necessary. Do I even need it? I don't know. But usually, like, because that's kind of cool. Please. Please? Please, please, please. I'm right. And so yes, this is the song we're doing it to. It's a double life song. You know what? I might actually leave out the double life part. But so we finished this frame on stream. It's this frame. Basically what I did is I moved the people apart. Kind of adapted the soul string band for it. And yes. Is Sam singing the lyrics. And basically the next I've been working, guys. I'm gonna show you guys what I've been working on. This is a full transparency animatic. You don't get this very often. I'm bringing you guys along for the whole ride. But since I wasn't around for a month to do any streaming, I have been working on it behind the scenes. And so I want to show you guys some things before we get knuckled down into drawing. I did this frame. I finished this frame. I only dropped by because you're busy. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you so much. Thank you, Worth Girl. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. Whatever you're doing. I think Sam's broken. Hi, Apri. Hello, hello. Apri immediately hit with double life. Haven't even started already. No, it doesn't count if we haven't started yet. We need to have an introduction. It only counts when I've started drawing. The distraction. I promise, President. I promise. I'm so good at not getting distracted. So I finished this frame, and this frame is fun because we have the Martin. We have the Martin pose. What's it called? Peter Griffin pose. It's the thing. Not Impulse and beat-ups holding each other. Yeah. Yeah. And so this pose was requested by Martin himself. He wanted me to draw him like that. And so I am fulfilling on that promise for drawing Martin like that. People being surprised. Yeah. Yeah. It takes a long time, okay? Not the home wreckers. And we've got Cleo here. And we've got Pearl kind of walking through the tall grass. I hope this comes across that this is all tall grass. The vibes I wanted to convey is from The Lion King. You know when he talks to his dad in the stars? When he's like, remember who you are, Simba. I was trying to get that vibe. But like that's kind of like more of a hopeful one. Great kings watch from above, yes. You dead, Multi? I thought only great kings who are dead can watch from above. Multi dead, and we have Tilly up here. So yeah, this frame's finished. Done. Tick. And then we move on. And I finished this frame as well. I just have this image of Multi now manifesting in the stars and talking down. And I'm kind of like trying to figure out what I want to do. Well, hello, Sunfire Shard. Why did I think Sunfire Fish? Why did I have fish in my brain? Shards have nothing to do with fish. So, sorry. Hi, Sunfire Shards. Cause swimming, maybe. Thank you so much for the follow, my dude. Welcome, welcome. Is this Multi asking to be killed? I don't know. You'll draw that. Multi in the stars, don't draw Multi in the stars. Is this Koning asking to be killed? Well, with this frame, I'm happy with it. I'm debating whether it's too colourful, so I do have this frame here, kind of make it duller, because I want the whole vibe to be a bit more dull and down in the dumps, and you know, Pearl's not having a good time right now. It's a very dark animatic, and so this fish feels a bit colourful, but I'll decide on it later. So that frame's finished, and then if I decide on this one, then these following frames will also, oopsie, sorry, microphone hit, be a bit darker. And so we move on from this one, and I started shading Tilly. But, yes, all we need to do with these frames. So, like, the difference between this frame and this frame is just a bit of shading, highlighting, and colouring the line art. And in theory, I think we could finish those kinds of things in 10 minutes. And we have a bunch of other frames here. I don't think you'll have seen... Maybe you have seen this one. Oh, Pearl, the woman you are. And there's also this frame that you definitely haven't seen. Of Scott running up that hill. I realised I forgot to draw a hand here. So if we get this far, then we get to draw a hand on stream, which is always fun. Although I think it might be the second half of their face. Ooh, hello. We are glitching. The iPad is like, no, you will not draw stuff quickly. And so, like, from this frame has got very little left to do. Exactly, Scott is running up that hill. I did it on purpose. In fact, we have a whole, like, once these frames are finished, we do have this entire section here that is terrifying me, because it's basically a point of where Pearl realizes what's happening in the story is Pearl realizes Scott is blowing himself up. So she starts running towards Scott up that hill where he's exploding himself onwards, because there's like that's what the difference is. And she doesn't make it on time. She just arrives when the explosion happens. Her soul link snaps and she lands on the ground, like land maybe even in ashes. Am I gonna be that morbid? I don't know. But then she looks up and sees that you know, she's won, and the sunrise has started. So this is another background that is very difficult for me to do, and this is going to be a difficult frame because it's explosions. But I don't think we'll get that far, because if we get that far, we'll basically have finished the whole animatic almost. And I mean, I'm not saying that. Again, we've got this entire sketching part here, and I'm terrified of it. It's gonna, yeah. Apri, you know better how to animate. How does one animate? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Fill up my coffee cup. Is that how it goes? I don't remember. Ba da 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 da. You suffer. Oh, Apri, help me. I want to do a running sequence, animation sequence. Help. There's no other alternatives other than pain. Wonderful. Wonderful. 20 minutes in. Why does time go so fast? It's about right. Well, who is that from? Is that Fish in a Birdcage? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Fill up my coffee cup. I don't know. Okay then. I guess I just have to, you know, get into it. It's Crane Waves? Am I an idiot? I feel like I'm an idiot. For some reason I had an image of Fish in a Bird. I feel like something Fish in a Birdcage could also sing. Anyway. Thanks, Multi. So these are the frames. Like I did some rendering of this frame. There's gonna be a reflection of this frame in Pearl's eyes here, like very akin to Etho. Kind of referencing this drawing from Running Up That Hill. Oops. I need to listen to more Crane Wives. I've actually, considering it's the fandom's favorite and I do enjoy their music, I have not listened to them very often at all. And so yeah, this frame is finished, doing nothing more there, but the other ones, there's backgrounds done. Oh, I also did a background here. That's true. I just was kind of bored and I just wanted to do a background, and I did. So if we get as far as this part, I'll be happy if we get as far as Scott here in finishing stuff. Yeah. Be overjoyed if we get this far. Tree. Yeah, it's like all the backgrounds are just like very simple, kind of like abstract things. I'm wondering, do I want stars? Probably not. I think it'll just not really add to the scene much. Not a lot of depth, and then suddenly tree. There's tree. I hope it doesn't take away from stuff, but yeah. I didn't want this animatic to have like a bunch of crazy backgrounds. So that's what it is. Do we start? Do we start? Total soft gaze, yeah. I've been working a lot with, especially in this animatic, I've kind of been working a lot with same characters, different situations. We start! Hold on, I've been distracted again. I haven't started yet, this is a distraction. So kind of like showing how, like Pearl at the beginning of the season versus now, and you kind of like see the differences that it takes, like the season has taken a toll on the winner. Anyway, now we start. Character design stuff has been very interesting in this because there are not that many characters around. Tilly, you are, yeah, slightly purplish. I think that works. Let us start shading. I'm going to start shading with Pearl. And I'm going to take a color that I've already taken from here. I'm basically just going to grab all the colors that I've previously used. Because why not? Oh, interesting. I didn't go over. So this is just basically going through and shading everything. And I've talked about shading before. How I do it, what I think about. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to think about it that much. I'm not afraid of many things, but backgrounds. They scare me. Backgrounds, I just need to sit behind. They take time and I need to be in the right mood for them. Because like, you can make them as detailed. Pen touch the artwork. 1822. So wait, 1722. So that 2022, pen may no longer touch the artwork. So 20 past 9 is the latest that I finish. I said 9, but maybe we can move to 20 past 9. It'll be a long stream. We'll see how long I can keep this up, because again, it's been a long day. I've been on a river. I'm tired. Oh, I might be. I'm not actually tired right now, but I can imagine I might crash. But 9 p.m. That's the goal. Let's go. Ba-dum-bum-bum. And especially when I'm shading like stuff like this big white area of her shirt, I take a big brush first and just kind of like break it down. And I tell you what, I think I'm going to consider the light coming from this direction, because the background is lighter there. Things are things to distract me. How? I will stay diligent. Distract me all you like, but it won't work. It won't work. I can't. I shan't let myself be distracted. Like I've been working like parallel on these animatic frames for so long, like without. I mean, I've finished a couple, right? But it gets a point where you feel like you're making no progress. And I guess this is also kind of like a thing of if you're working on these kinds of long projects. I keep knocking my microphone. I'm gonna have to put it to the side. Boop. Come on, spin, spin. Stop knocking the microphone. This is your duty. No distraction. Not your duty. Your duty is to enjoy the stream. But you kind of like do all this work and you never feel like you're getting anywhere. But at some point you kind of like distraction. At some point you just like start getting to the point where you can finish lots of frames at the same time. Where in like an afternoon you can sometimes finish 10 pages if you're working on it. And you're like, wow. And that's at least how I do it. I work on like these things very parallel. Instead of finishing one entire drawing then moving on to the next, which is definitely also a strategy. But yeah, what did Sunfire Shards have to say? Overthinking those trees now? Thematic thing in the underworld being represented by a dreary forest? A lot of mythologies, and now you're pondering that greatly Scott coming out the wood of the dead? Ooh. Maybe he's like decided that he's going to die at that point. Probably has. It's interesting how many things are as like people find symbolism in things, and I'm like, yes, totally. That was totally the goal behind this. That was the plan all along. I don't know. There was a musical interlude. Oh my gosh, Santix, there was. I'm sorry, Santix. I missed it. I apologize. My microphone's now all messed up. What do I sing? Do I sing this song? Do I sing this song? Do I go, please, please, please? I thought you guys were trying to distract me and not like actually. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I very much apologize. What do I sing? I could sing. I've still got curses. Ooh. How does it start again? There's fire in my veins and I'm burning up. Oh my. Oh my. Keep running for the sink, but the well is dry. Oh my. Oh my. Every word I say is kindling, and the smoke clears when you're around. Won't you stay with me, my darling, as the walls start turning down, down, down. That good? Ashes, ashes, dust to dust. Devils after both of us. Lay your curses down to rest. Make a mercy out of me. That was out of tune there. I haven't heard it in so long. Mercy out of me. That's it. Epic clarinet indeed. Switcheroo. No, not switcheroo. Switcheroo was evil. We're not evil here. We're not evil, okay? Can we just agree that we're not evil? Yeah? How long is it for thing? For drawing? Is it 5 minutes for drawing? I can never remember. 3. I should just make it both 3 minutes. Let's be honest. Channel points. Can I? Every word I say is kindling. I drew for 5 minutes. No. Oh. I accidentally clicked. Nah. We set the alarm. Because I'm setting an alarm for that. I didn't set an alarm for the singing because I thought I'm just going to assume that it's fine. And the smoke clears when you're around. Won't you stay with me? Well, this isn't going to work. Oh. I'm so sad. Bye, Apri. Hello, hello. Goodbye. Hello. Hello, have a nice day. Goodbye. A wonderful day. Oh, you're very sick? I'm so sorry to hear that, my dude. I'm sorry. I'm totally not stalling by reading chat. Multi, I despise you. There's going to be, like, no efficient drawing done with the old switcheroo. I'm so sad. Especially because I've only just gotten to the skin, like... What hit you? Your computer chair's just burst. Multi, are you okay? I just imagine Multi falling flat on the floor because his computer chair just died. Hello? You see a wolf head, you start grand posting. What's that, Ivan? Okay. Update, Multi? Are you okay? Do we give her this scratchy or okay? Just now typing from the floor. Ivan moment indeed. I've kind of got a scratch here, but I don't know if there's anything I want to do with it. Do I make it blood? Do I make it blood? This is Multi right now. This is Multi. Yeah, you go and get a different shit, my dude. I think I've had enough of Pearl. Let us then go on to Tilly. Clipping, no, not Alpha Lock. Clipping mask. Ba-da-ba-da. And just get some fur, I guess. This is so hard with your left hand. Man, why? Double? Double life? We're doing double life? I'm not going to do a wildlife animatic. I don't want to. It's not inspired me. Double Life was the 3rd season of the life series, where people were like merged. Not merged, but soulbound up. And make it double life. Exactly. When is my second... Shush, Sam. Shush. I told you that in confidence. I was talking about it in confidence. Don't make fun of me about something I said in confidence. And past life won't get an animatic either, most likely. I've got to be honest, guys. Like the most recent life series haven't given me as much of a story to tell, and haven't inspired me enough. I'm enjoying them, but not enough to spend hundreds of hours working on a project for them. Does that make sense? And basically, I said at the end of Secret Life, and honestly, Secret Life was kind of the same. I wasn't inspired to do Secret Life, but I did it all the same because I promised you guys, and I will fulfill promises that I give you guys, which is why I don't give false promises. But like, I wasn't inspired to do one for Secret Life, but I still did it, and that gave me like the worst art block that I've kind of like still been struggling through, where it's like the joy of making animatics isn't there as much for me anymore. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop making animatics. Absolutely not. Because I do know I love them. I do know. But it's felt like more of a chore more recently. And so I'm going to see what project inspires me next. And like the only projects I'm going to do are projects that really inspire me. And I give Cleo promises instead. Sure, Ivan. And yeah. Neither Secret Life, although I did make an animatic for Secret Life, or Wildlife or Past Life have inspired me to do an animatic. Might change in the future. I don't know. I'm never going to say never. Timer. Oh, right hand. I can draw with my right hand again. Never say never. But at the same time, stay true to yourself in the art that you do. I've talked about this before. And I've announced on stream before that I'm not going to do like the big animatic multi-100-hour recaps anymore. Because they take so long. And who knows, maybe is this this is the 6th live series, right? 7th live series. Past Life is the 7th, isn't it? Green, Scott, Pearl, Martin, Scar, Joel, 7th. And so maybe for the 8th, if they're doing 8th, the 12th, thanks Sam, then maybe I will be inspired again. Maybe I'll do a rewatch of Wildlife and I'm suddenly going to be inspired. I don't know. Yeah. My hope is that peeps stick around for the art that I do and not necessarily just what I do it on. Because I do like the live series, but I won't be drawing for the live series forever. They won't be doing the live series forever, so, you know. We'll see. I'm looking at this in a small position to figure out, because Tilly's fur here is very loud. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it like more visible. Suppose that's what you get for being mean to me. Exactly. You missed the entire switcheroo, Multi, because you were mean and did the switcheroo. I think I'm gonna make Tilly's for a bit less textured. It's a bit noisy. That's better. Don't overthink it too much. If you overthink it, spend too much time on it. And you missed, yeah. It literally just finished. Oh no. No, Monty, please. Otherwise your desk will break. Ah, careful. This isn't a threat, but karma has ways of doing stuff. Now this is the highlight that I used. I didn't seem to use an overlay, which is fine. So I have started using overlays for drawings in between, which is basically like a in between darkness and light, to use it kind of like as a saturation booster, make everything a bit more vibrant, but that's not necessary here, so we don't actually want it all to be more vibrant. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I think there is generally a cooldown on the old switcheroo, no matter who uses it. And yes, there are more people with points. You don't need to waste your points on something like that. You could use your points on ukulele interludes. They're actually fun for me to do. Versus, I mean, Expressions Dodge is always fun. But like, yeah, flipping switcheroo. Been saving up for one of those. Let's go. Will Joel ever get a glass window drawing? Not inspired to do it right now, maybe, but I wasn't inspired to do it when it was coming out, and so maybe not. It's one of those things where it's like, I've talked about for years, like for years I said, oh, I'm not going to do a third life animatic, right? And in the traditional sense of the way I was doing animatics at the time, I didn't do a third life animatic, like recapping all of Third Life. I did just a short one showing like the ending situations of Third Life. And so it's kind of like, and I gave reasons why I didn't do a Third Life animatic. And I think they still hold up today. Basically, lack of hype and lack of inspiration. The hype for Wildlife is over, and I wasn't inspired while Wildlife was happening, you know. I was rooting for can we have spoilers? Can we have spoiler past life chat? Look in memes in the Discord. No. Is it something? This should be hilarious. This must be something absolutely hilarious. Multi. If I should look in memes. It's been like 24 hours? It's been more. It's been a couple of days at this point. It is. Look in memes. I'm looking on my phone. It's a bit quicker to navigate than to have to switch off of my iPad. Thanks, Ivan. Thank you. Also, Blue Jay. Oh, Blue Jay draw multi falling out of his chair. So yeah, I was quietly rooting for Tango this season. And I will say, I'm kind of inspired to do a Canary Tango drawing. Hello? Oh, it's on here, okay. I'm kind of thinking of a... I thought it was just Ivan's as well. I thought it was just Ivan's message that you're talking about. It's Tangover. Oh no. I haven't watched anything. To be fair, we're talking about we're okay with spoilers. The only bit that I've watched of Wildlife so far, Wildlife, Past Life. The only part that I've watched this session is Tango dying because Tango released so early. And I should have seen that as a warning that he released so much earlier than everyone else. But I was like, oh, it's on my feed. I'm going to watch Tango, and there it was. Then he's gone. Did. Such in a sad way as well. I just want Tango to get good. I just want Tango to get good. But he's not good. And that's okay. We still love him. But it's also painful every time. He's not very good at being red. Especially because he was like, yeah, don't want to get blown up by a creeper now, do we? Oh. Yeah. Give him to yell at him. It worked with Scar. Oh, died by saving someone else. As a killer. He was just too harmless. He couldn't kill us the boogeyman. Couldn't kill us the... He's just a pacifist, alright, guys? Tango develop... yeah. Tilly Pearl, I like your name. That's who we're drawing right now, Tilly and Pearl. Yeah, poor Tango. So, and I was rude. I mean, I think I talked about this. I kind of want an Impulse win. But I don't think Impulse has put himself in a team where he can win. PvP is not my speciality. Yep. He's just a little guy. I'm kind of hoping for a, what was it, Ether win. It'd be so cool if Ether won Past Life. Just because it's also Ether. Hydrate. 2 hydrates. I will hydrate twice. You need a Jimmy win. You got this. I just inhaled the water instead of drinking it. Okay. I like 3%. Oh no. Bless. No, Etho's in an alright position when it comes to teams. Got Scott and Scar on his side, who would probably be quite content to have him win. I'm not a fish. Don't inhale the water. Select. I accidentally drew outside the lines. Invert. So let's just correct that. And clear. There we go. Inhale, inhale. I almost choked on magnesium powder yesterday. Had a long day at work. And I just instead of swallowing magnesium, I just inhaled it, and it like stuck in my lungs so badly. We've had a stream for 45 minutes. Oh wow. Seems to be darker. I hear the bells going really loudly today. Can you guys hear the bells? Bells, the bells, the bells. Etho or Gem? Yeah. I'm rooting for Gem and Etho. I mean, who else we got? I don't think, like, the rejects have a big chance. You're not quoting it correctly, Multi. I said I almost... Do I want to talk about this on stream? Do I want to talk about... So I was in VC with Ivan and Beamy. Bells. And they were listening to me dying. And then Multi came in like, oh yeah, by the way, Multi, I almost died inhaling drugs. Because that's basically what I said. I mean, I don't think a magnesium supplement is a drug, but yes. Yay. Everyone besides Villies and Cabin Core is just super unlucky. I think Villies and Cabin Core are just a bit overpowered. They're really strong teams. Horse Alliance. I have no idea what that was. Like I said, I only watched Tango's perspective a little bit. So I'll find out what that's about when I catch up on some other POVs. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of line art colouring for this. What did I do here? Oh, I went blue. Oh, interesting. I like the fact that I went blue. Let's go blue. I'm blue, but daboo-dee daboo-die, and daboo-dee daboo-die, daboo-dee daboo-die, daboo-dee daboo-die. I need to make myself a palette really for these. This colour, this colour, this colour. This colour. Remember what they are. Remember who you are. Chewy to cook. He's red now, though. I have no hope for reds. Then again, Scar made it through very far in Third Life, being red most of the time. Hi, Lyrical Madness. Welcome, welcome, my dude. He's got this. I just don't want you to ride on his shoulder so much that if, I'm not saying when, if he is out of the series, I don't want you guys to be hurt or disappointed or yeah. So just we will let him cook. You know. Martin will probably survive. You mean the next session or how far? Because I don't know, man. And then Cleo will be left alone, so Cleo's chances... I think we could do a Cleo win at some point. Cleo's chances don't feel great, because Martin's been reckless. I was rooting for those two, by the way. I thought those two had, like, a great chance. Because usually, like, duos do really well in the live series. Martin will totally win and nothing bad will ever happen to him again. The way you got you. Oh, Big B win. I see that. Everyone banks on Big B actually. Yeah. The way you're saying that, my dude. The way you're saying that, Lady K, I do wonder if I've missed Martin actually dying throughout the series. Have I missed some? Have I missed big spoiler? Don't spoil me. But have I missed it? Have I missed big spoilerage? Don't spoil me though. But yes, no, but don't spoil me. I'm making it difficult for you guys. But someone from Evo winning. Oh, true. Only one player out. I have missed several things. Episode 5 was the finale. Jimmy won. Cool. Ooh, that is true. That is true. Big B winning. We've had a Pearl win. We've had a Green win. We've had a Martin win. So Big B or Jimmy, and that's the Evo peeps. Tiger came back and killed everyone. Wonderful. Love it. Love it. Bum, ba-dum. Do I go lighter than this? Maybe not. And Tilly. Tilly gets some colourful ears. Colourful line art. The light is gone from her eyes because she is dead. This scene is basically Pearl saying goodbye to Tilly, by the way. Tilly has been murdered because Pearl has murdered everybody else in revenge. And this is Pearl saying goodbye to Tilly. This is a dead dog that we draw. We draw dead dogs on this channel, apparently. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. I'm gonna leave it like that, I think. Mumbo came back, everyone. The feels. So for peeps who don't know. Wait, dead dog, you zoned out. This is a dead dog. This is a dead dog. For peeps who don't know, we're doing a song, Please, 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 by Sabrina Carpenter originally, but we're doing a cover by Morgan Clay for it. If you do ! Song in chat, you'll know what song we're doing it to. And it basically is the chorus twice. And it goes, and the story is basically Pearl has killed everybody. And it's kind of like in retaliation of Tilly being killed. And so she's basically walking through a field of dead bodies, most of which she's killed, to the only creature that she cared for, so her sword is dripping in blood. And she lays the sword down to pet Tilly one last time and say goodbye. Takes her collar as like a memento. I think it's because just someone before you did it, Sam. And then it's a flashback to before all things went bad, or just as things were going bad. I need to draw a soulmate link again on Scott. So Pearl's reaching out to Scott, but Scott is like, heck no. And then we back to the present, and you just see all that hate in her eyes, which softens. Her gaze softens because she sees someone from the tree line emerging from the tree line. And maybe I should draw like trees on this frame, actually. Maybe I should. You know what? I shall, actually. I'm going to get rid of the tick on that and draw trees. So he's, and so Scott starts running towards Pearl, and Pearl's like, finally, he's going to accept me as a soulmate because there's no one else in this world. He has to accept, she's crazy. He has to accept me as a soulmate. And then the gaze. And hi, Ninja Shock. So Pearl's like, he's finally accepting me as a soulmate. I'm gonna embrace him. I'm reaching out my arms for him to run into and embrace as a soulmate. We can finally team up. And she won't be alone anymore. No, he runs past her. He runs past her to Cleo, who's behind her. Like seeing the reflection in Pearl's eyes is the utter heartbreak here. And you just hear Scott is saying goodbye to Cleo, just like Pearl could say goodbye to Tilly, and then decides, till death do us part, Pearl. Till death do us part. And then this is where Pearl realizes, oh my gosh, she's going to explode herself. I'm going to be alone. And so she reaches out, the soulmate link snaps, and she does wake up alone and realizes she's the victor. And that's the animatic we're doing. I got popcorn. Oop. You know what? I feel like this eye shouldn't have a highlight. I feel like it should just be dark, because otherwise we won't really be able to see what's going on here. In fact, I think it should be even darker than that. I think it's okay. Next one. I'm going to put a tick on this. We've got one down. Boop. Though drama indeed. And with if you listen to the song alongside, it's like it's the most dramatic song ever. Oh my gosh, Pearl, you need to group this. Pearl. Work with layer groups, everybody. This is your PSA. Don't forget the layer groups. Shoot, I've lost my thing again. Thanks for the follow, Ninja Shark. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Good to have you here, my dude. It's nice to have you here with us. Isn't that this color? Oh, it's probably this much. Probably pretty much this color. And is this color this color? No, this is too bright. Okay. And also thank you, Lyrical Madness, for the follow. I appreciate it, my dude. It's good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Bum, ba, dum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum. Okay. This is the wrong color. I was like, that's way too orange. Orange, red colors. I'm praying every day to watch the watches from Evo reunion team. Oh, so like, gosh, what? Green, Pearl, Jimmy, Big B, Martin. Those guys. Live series animatic time. It is indeed, my dude. It is indeed. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Southlands were pretty close to that, I guess. I love the Southlanders. I have a soft spot for the Southlanders. I've had this urge to want to rewatch Last Life again recently. Because I don't think I've rewatched a Southlanders POV for like years. Maybe I rewatched Martin's like once after the series ended. But after that, I think I started rewatching Etho's POV. And that was it. Because that was like a couple of years ago when it was the 1 year anniversary of Last Life. I did a bit of a mini animatic for B-Dubs and Etho. Time wasn't in our favor. Here's some goodbyes, or simply see you later. So very, very mini. Last Life, indeed, indeed. What art program do I use? I use Procreate on the Apple iPad Pro with the 2nd generation iPad Pencil. Bum ba dum bum. It's actually green from Last Life. Ooh. I guess, yeah, because you got that whole like green and Mumbo on the bridge. I get so nostalgic for Last Life. Last Life is one of those I just get so nostalgic for. Because it's like really interesting, you know, situations that I connect a lot like where I was in life at the time. Like I was in my gap year, had endless possibilities when Last Life came out, and I just started like my content creation journey and like making animatics a bit more seriously and trying to build a community. And so I just connect those times to that, and they hold a very special place in my heart, and that's why Last Life holds a very special place in my heart. Don't like her hair. Don't like my eraser. No, eraser's pretty normal though. Bum ba da bum. I need to rewatch Last Life. And I'm stuck with you? Am I stuck with you? I feel like I'm missing chat messages. What do you mean by sea green? I think it means character green. Us. Sunfire shards. There are nicer ways to explain stuff. So to ask questions without sounding a bit judgmental. So sea green means character green, and CC is content creator green. So they were talking about how they liked the way that Green's character exists, or was played in that world, in that game. A live series spigot plugin, is he? It's alright, my dude. Sometimes people just have their own way of saying things. It's okay. We don't usually clarify it. I think we're usually kind of assuming, unless we're specifically talking about like maybe their like charity event where they were IRL, or like generally like on a more meta level, the stuff that they do. And like brain is braining right now. I promise, brain is braining. Thank you. Thank you, Raven Meadows, for the follow, my dude. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. So I find out I got a cold from being on the lake. On the river. I should go onto the lake. I haven't been on the lake in a year. It's been about a year since I was last on the lake. I should return. I yearn for the lake. Give me the water. Train of thought is gone. Where was the train of thought? Yeah, I think we generally do, like, if we're talking about one of the guys in the live series, we're usually talking about the characters. And if we're being more, like, analytical. Oh my gosh. The bells are doing it. I'm distracted by the bells. I'm going to close my window. They're going to be going for 5 minutes and it's going to distract me. Be right back. I should really remember that it's Sunday. Stretch, thank you. I stretch. Bells. Ooh, I just scuttered across my bed. Yeah, oh yeah, my knees burnt. I burnt my knees. Okay. That was more painful than usual, scuttering across my bed. I burnt my knees. Yellow. Hello. Thanks, Angel Lizzie. I shall hydrate. You finished Halo. Let's go. And hope you enjoyed it. I've never played a Halo game myself. Find your reference picture. Time to finally start drawing. Ooh, dude. That's congrats. We all love sunburns. Oh, I don't. I really try not to get a sunburn. But I'm just so British. And UV light is getting stronger. I think we need some more. Sorry, I do apologize. Double life related animatic it is. So please, if you're interested in finding out what song it is, do exclamation point song. I'm not talking to the microphone. That's probably not helpful. Spirit Father. Spirit Father. Never heard of it. What's that one about? Actually, you know what? I started Ori and the Blind Forest before I left to the UK. I should continue that. Just for my own fun, without like thinking about streaming it. There was a live series animatic to an epic song. Would recommend. Blaze. I did. Oh, Blaze. I did an animatic. I did a Third Life animatic, Blaze, to No Longer You. Like the chorus where it goes, I see a song of past romance. I, s- I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. That one. I've had other ideas for live series epic musical stuff. For instance, that point in I think it's Love in Paradise, but it's like the beginning of Love in Paradise where Athena's like, old friend, it's been 10 years since that I saw you, and it's basically the flashback, but a winner's animatic. So like that flashback, and like with every character that you know Odysseus met on the journey that she's singing about, it's just every winner, and so it goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, which is Joel. And you got ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves, which is Martin. You got pull the wrong move and you're done for, is Scott. I see a song of past romance is Brian. Wait. Pull the wrong move and you're done for. Song of past romance. We won't take more suffering from you. That's Scar. Drown in your sorrow and fears. That's Pearl. So that's kind of like, that's an idea I've had. And honestly, if that inspires you, go for it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. But, yeah. And obviously, you know, I'm Just a Man. Is also very inspiring. I want to do an OC animatic to the one where it goes, but when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? I want to do that. Go for it, my dude. If you do it, then send me the results. I'd love to see it. It's one of those things like, I'm very careful about sharing the ideas that I still have, like more specifically, because like I have no control about who's gonna maybe do it, like who's maybe listening in and then might do it. But if there's like something that I'm thinking I probably won't do in the near future, then I share it, and I'm like, please, if anyone's inspired, do it, because this idea has been living rent free in my brain. Pearl's top is way too white. I just want it to be more dirty and kind of like darker. No. I don't know. I honestly haven't thought about in this animatic a lot where the light is coming from. I'm not going to do a past life animatic. It's not inspiring me so far. And if it's not inspired me so far, then it's probably going to be very similar to Wildlife and Secret Life, where it's probably not going to inspire me. I did do a Secret Life animatic, but because I promised that I would to you guys. But yeah, if like for all the other life series that inspired me to do like a fully fledged animatic, I start working at them as soon as like session 1. I've watched some session 1 videos because I think the concept is so cool and it doesn't mean I don't enjoy them. Definitely am enjoying the series. And I enjoyed Wildlife a lot more than I enjoyed Secret Life because I wasn't putting any pressure on myself to make an animatic out of it, and it's like the same for Past Life now. I'm enjoying it a lot more than to be honest, it's an issue this season. Yeah. But I'll never say never. There might be like small moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. Like, I will be honest, Tango's whole like storyline of going from Boogie to Red to being the first out has quite a bit of angst potential, I will say. Especially with him previously being Jimmy's soulmate as well. You could definitely do some ties to Double Life there. But yeah. I just realised if Tango's out first in 2 more seasons, then he and Jimmy will be tied. Tanger's been out first in 2 seasons, if you count Double Life. Food for thought. Canary curse gets shared. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. But basically, I'm kind of overdoing. Well, I don't know if I've ever really done art not for me. Every art that I've always done has been for me. Which is why I had no interest in studying art, because I knew I'd have to do stuff that I don't want to do. Which I'm really bad at. Really bad at forcing myself to do stuff that I didn't want to do. I have heard of what's going on like the ethos are taking over. The ethos, oh yeah, the ethos, they're taking over. There's like some places in Switzerland that I know. I won't say anything like specific because docs, like generally also, guys, PSA, please be careful about sharing like images about place in like public places, because the doxing potential is huge. Please remember internet safety and be careful. But yeah, there's some places that you know, I know of and I've kind of like looked around that I, you know, and the EFO's even there here in Switzerland. What is this frame of pearl meant to be? It's for a double life animatic I'm working on, and it's basically Pearl has Tilly's collar. Pearl is mourning Tilly here. Hi, Charles Otter. Charles Otter Roses. Charles Otter Roses? Charles Otter. I'll call you Charles. Hello. Welcome, my dude. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. It's good to have you here. Yeah. I mean, I shared some screenshots in mod chat, but I do kind of like trust mod chat. But yeah. I had very, because basically was talking about like a potential future meetup or Multi or Beamy or other people from the mod team coming to visit me. So I was kind of talking about where I live anyway in VC, and then we started talking about place. So yeah, we were in a doxing mood apparently. EFO is everywhere. I think it's because you can just make a couple of them on your own. But I was just like really surprised because there's like places that I would not think Life Series fans would reside, and I'm like, where are they? I wish to know and meet them. Are you a Life Series fan in Switzerland? Tell me. Charlotte! I focused on Otter. Charlotte Roses. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for clarifying that. I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Hi, Annie Flutter. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so for the follow. Wow. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Also struggling with the load, man. How? I mean, has this website been existed for a while, or has it just come up? Or I've never really known about it before. I know we have r/place, so on Reddit. But yeah, this has suddenly come up. I don't know. Oh, it's broken today? Oh man. Bum, ba-da, bum, bum. I don't know if I'm happy with this. Ooh, bye-bye, Bill. Maybe that's too much highlights. And maybe we do actually need a dark... I think we need a darker shade. I think that's the problem here. We need the shadows to be darker because Pearl is not having a good day. She's not having a good week. She's not having a good double life. Maybe, hold on, let me try something. Copy. And paste. Wow, it's a great wall of purple. Hold on, how opaque was that? It was 40%. That's maybe better. Very bright. Oh my god. Oh, I might need to make like a command. So it seems to be a lot of people coming in today who don't know about my thoughts on stuff. But I'm gonna explain this one more time, guys. And obviously, people who are coming in and asking, you don't know, don't worry, it's fine. But I've explained it a couple of times already. I'm probably not gonna make a wildlife or a past life animatic, because I'm not inspired. They don't inspire me. I still enjoy watching them, but they don't inspire me to make an animatic. And chat, help me out here if someone comes in and asks it again, because obviously if they missed it in the stream, they missed it in the stream. That's totally fine. That's not their fault. Help me out here and answer for me, so that we're not like talking about the same thing again and again all stream. Because there's a lot of people coming in, a lot of new people coming in today, and it's lovely to have everyone here. Double life, a season where Pearl had a horrible time. TM. Exactly. It is exactly the case. I'm just kind of like not vibing with this shading right now. The answer to your question is no for now. Exactly. And again, I'll never say never. I might get inspired one day, but I'm not currently inspired. What's Sam doing? What's Sam say? Sam, no. This is why you're not a Twitch mod, Sam. Why in the world are you never in mod? Why did I do this? Is that drawing guy also come in? Wow. People are asking this question a lot today. Oh, you were kidding. Okay. I was kind of confused. Hey, what did you... I don't know, Sam. You yeah. It's actually surprising because I haven't heard that in like weeks and months, right? Where the people are like, with people asking, am I going to do a wildlife animatic, and now past life, I guess, with past life coming up. I haven't gotten that question in a lot. Just special day today, yeah, I guess as well. I get the comments like, I'd say twice a week, asking about it. But yeah, I have announced previously that I'm not going to do like the big format animatics anymore. Still leaves room for small animatics if I'm inspired, but only if I'm inspired, right? Because I will only do art that inspires me. Because otherwise, I won't want to do art. We wouldn't want me not wanting to do art, right? That would be sad. The real animatic of wildlife animatic is the friends we made along the way. Exactly. For sure. I like that. And thank you, Metroid. I like small animatics. They're fun. I kind of hoped to get this one done quicker. But I kind of like suffered from art block halfway through. I don't know if I'm out the woods yet. And I think that's why I'm also not really daring to make the running sequence at the moment. But yeah, art block has been kicking me a bit recently, in all honesty. And I've kind of been getting out of it by just doing some like low effort kind of things that I don't like ride a whole bunch of pressure on. So what I've been doing recently, dang it, am I going to distract myself? Am I going to let myself be distracted by myself? Oh, fine. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. I have 2 minutes. So what I've been doing is I've been drawing over photos. Drawing like over like, you know, photos that of me, my friends, my family. Trying to pull this up. You guys can see. I should really just duplicate this and then I can like switch it on and off. So yeah, this is a photo from TwitchCon and I've drawn over it. And that's kind of like what I've been doing. Love when people do that. Yeah. Well, just keep your eyes open, guys, because this might be coming. Yummy axolotl. This might be coming to a page near you, where I might be drawing other people's pictures. I could maybe draw your pictures. Who knows? Who knows? So, but yeah, I've been kind of like, so I drew over me and my boy Jasper. The axolotls are the derpiest things in the world. I drew me and my boy Jasper, and God, guys, I almost wept drawing this because I lost Jasper about 1.5 years ago and I still missed the heck out of him. And this was just very healing to do. And I also drew me and Multi when I got to meet up with Multi, because, you know, I did some other Everyone mods here. We've got Koning and Beamy, and I guess you could count Crow as maybe a mod. More like tech support than anything else. Obviously the axolotls, those 4 axolotls, those are mods. They represent Ivan. I think this one especially, this has Ivan energy. And then I also thought I'd draw Multi, and I also think I'm going to draw me and Zim. So, you know, draw the mods. Yes, we love the live shirt. We love the live shirt. But yeah, I've kind of like been seeing like, well, I enjoy doing it, and it's like very low effort, easy for me to do. And I think it's fun. And so I'm thinking of turning it into something in the future. Watch this space. I'll announce it once it's ready. And I've kind of gathered ideas from people and how I want to do it. And I'm mongling on it still, but these are just kind of like example people right there. These are kind of example pieces of something that I might be working on in the future. Okay, just a little side note. I'm also going to distract myself again briefly because I need to quickly pop to the bathroom. I'll be right back, everybody. Hold tight. Don't riot. Multi, I'm looking at you. Sam is also in chat. I'm looking at you too. Okay? Don't riot. Why is it burning? Why is it burning? What's happening? What's happening? Why do I see fire? Why do I see fire? No riot. I want to see who the first one was riot. Multi, of course. Multi asked for a riot because I knew you would. Oh, hydrate trains. Flippin' heck. Did we get it? Oh, so many hydrates. I missed that. I scrolled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we got. Okay. So everyone who's new here, if we get 10 hydrates in a row without a chat message interruption, yeah, there is too many to count. If we get 10 in a row without a chat message interruption, I have to down my bottle, which I have 2 bottles to choose from, actually, on my desk right now. One of them is a bit bigger. One of them is the normal bottle. But because I had because I went on the river, I had 2 bottles with me. Oh yeah, you totally did it without rioting. Yeah, you totally didn't riot. I'm gonna drink out the bigger one. I think there's more in it. I think, but there's not a lot in both of them. No rioting here, no. The fullest one. Yeah, I think this is fuller, but there's not a lot in it, so I'm gonna drink it now. Wow, there's barely anything in that. I tell you what, since there was barely anything in that, I'm gonna drink the rest of the other bottle as well. I feel bad. Yeah, that had 2 gulps in it as well. That's a multi thing. You don't participate in the riot. You didn't? There was no Sam in the riot? Scroll, 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 scroll. Oh, well, yes. I don't see a Sam rioting. Well, I do apologize. You may be a menace in Pico Park, but you don't riot. Huh. Anyway, you never do. There was no riot to join. Absolutely not, no. Yes. Anyway. Traitor. I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, those bottles were pretty empty. But it's always a gamble for chat as well. You do most shenanigans, though, you got to admit. You do most shenanigans. Most shenanigans you take part in. Oh, if I'm continuing drawing, I should probably go back to this screen, shouldn't I? That might be helpful. Dancing is what we do. Don't know what I've got dancing in my brain. Is that still from Pico Park? I dance when I think of you. Dancing. Multi does most. I mean, Sam's gonna argue with me by being like, oh, I was perfectly normal playing Pico Park. But I know you, Sam. I know a menace that you can be. I know that multi is also... I'm not denying. I'm not denying that multi isn't a menace, for sure. There can be multiple menaces in this server. The more menaces, actually, the funner, I think. Dancing is what we do. Rusty Courage animation. It's a CG5 song. And that's when I think of you. Dancing. Wow, 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 wow. Dude, my brain is thoroughly rotted, apparently. Yeah, I totally trust General's opinion. We can all trust General, can't we, everybody? Some of you might not know General. But just trust me when I say that General is maybe not trustworthy. Maybe not. Quite probably not. Hello? Oh, that's the issue we've got going on here. Too bright. Too much brightness. I want more red. The blood of angry men. and black. The dark of ages past. Ba-da-ba-dum-ba-dum. Bum-ba-da-ba-dum-ba-dum. That red is very close to Bell's cloak. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll make it yellow in some places. I really like a not nice colour for this kind of thing. I think it needs to be brighter. It's just a bit boring, you know? Anyway. Bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Bum bum. I feel like I'm missing stuff in chat. Finish the stupid peacock. We lock in. Are you locking into Leger? This is a lock-in stream. If there's like an art bit that you've wanted to do but you haven't yet, then I implore you to join the locking in and just go and do it. I have faith you can do it. We've already done one frame. We've completely finished one frame. I'm sure we can do definitely like 3 more. It's been an hour and a half, but it's fine. Oh my god, this is already half the time. This is already half the time, I promised myself. Shoot, I'm slow today. Oh man. I used to be so much quicker at these. I think art block has made me slow. I can't art block, slow block. Slow block. That's what this is. I'm gonna lock in now. Bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Get some difference between like some certain lines. A profile in there. Figure out where the hood goes through. That's where the hair goes through. Then we can accentuate other things. Makes the drawing a bit more readable again. Dancing is what we do. My chat paused. Dang it. Art block and go eat Bart Simpson shorts. I agree. You kind of like sit there and you wonder whether you're even like ever going to get like that joy for art again. And I don't think all the joy is gone. Absolutely not. But like, I don't feel as feverish for a project as I used to. And I'm just kind of like, well, dang. And you know. I'm going to go more towards this kind of purple here. I just want to like be so over, because if I'm like really, if I'm really like behind a project, or if I get so inspired, it's to a point. Bye Hydra, have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. It's to a point where I sometimes like, it's like this idea is inside me and I can't like think of anything else or do anything else until that idea is at least on paper. And very often they come to me in the middle of the night, so just imagine me scrambling for a notebook in the middle of the night. That's why I have a notebook next to my bed. My iPad. And it's just, it's been a hot minute since I felt so feverishly about an idea. And I don't think I've grown out of it. I don't think it's something that one grows out of. Like really fanning for an idea that you have. And like feeling those energy, creative energy juices flowing. But yeah, it's been gone for a while. And I'm not saying that I can't create without it. For sure I can. I think the last time I felt it, funnily enough, it is the Sabrina Carpenter song. But epic, exactly. It's still that song. I think the last time I felt that way was, I want to say Battle Cry, but I also want to say these were kind of around the same time. I want to say the Empire's Dresses and Battle Cry. because I think that was the last. I think it was like the Empire's dresses more so, because that was like a moment of like, oh my gosh, I have to draw this now, and if I don't draw this, I'll combust. Because we love drawing people in dresses, and beautiful fancy ball gowns. So that was more feverish than Battle Cry. And there's always like different levels of it. Like the very first animatic I did to Youth, which was a Dream SMP animatic. Well, it wasn't the first animatic I did, but it was the first animatic I posted to social medias to share. I finished that in like a week, in 8 days of drawing. And that was one of those things where like I had the idea and I was just so feverish about it that I finished it in a week. You need more teal pencils. Is this to draw Scott? You can never have too many teal pencils. And it's not very sustainable, that kind of idea, because those ideas need to be. It's like a quick burning candle, right? It burns out and then I don't know if you necessarily burn out, but you need to get out your system quick, basically. And like these kinds of like completely rendered animatics, they're just too long-winded to have that kind of inspiration. Of one teal color? No, you definitely need more than. So I'm a little bit more pacing on these kinds of animatics, these kind of projects. But yeah, I think Limited Life was the last animatic that I really fanned for myself. That I really enjoyed making because of that. No, don't get me wrong, I enjoy making any kind of creative thing that I make. Otherwise I wouldn't make it. Hello, Mango! It has been a hot minute, my dude. Welcome, welcome. Train of thought is gone. Anyway, I'm hoping to get that inspiration back. I can only do that by not being bound by promises I make, but working on stuff that I want to work on. Have I enjoyed Past Life? I've enjoyed Past Life a bunch. It's been nice. I haven't watched as many perspectives as otherwise. I found it's interesting as well because I'm not making a live series to it. So I'm not making an animatic to it. I'm actually kind of like, I'm not forcing myself to watch many perspectives at all. Some weeks I only watch one perspective, and I used to beat myself up for that. So it's actually been quite freeing not putting pressure on myself anymore. I've really been enjoying it, and like sometimes I only watch one perspective, sometimes I watch 2 or 3 or 4. Stretch, thank you, I stretch. Sam, get out. Bugger off, Sam. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been a fun time. Which does mean like only watching a couple of perspectives. There's a lot that I don't know. Sorry, Sam. I can't be mean. I'm so bad at being mean. I feel bad already, even though it was jokingly. But there's like so much I feel like I've missed from Past Life that I know nothing about. It took me forever to understand what the Secret Society was because I just watched Martin's perspective. I just watched Martin's perspective of that week and everyone's talking about the Secret Society. And like, he didn't really investigate it. He didn't really think of anything. I saw the octacle and I was like, oh, was there a boogie? Oh, okay, I guess there was. And yeah, it shows you how much attention I was paying. Such a mean person. No, don't say that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a mean person. I try not to be. I try really hard not to be. I mean, it's not that hard not to be. It's actually hard to be a mean person, I find. Which is why I'm not very good at it. Which is why I try to be kind. But yeah, I only watched Martin's episode. I was like, what's Secret Society? What? Huh? And so then I decided I was going to watch Etho's episode just to get some context. And the context was indeed gathered, for sure. Oh, there's a cucumber in chat. Hello, cucumber. I don't know if I missed your hi message. Welcome. Image is just gem, Cleo, pearl. Nice. There's some good perspectives. I'm watching a lot of Martin. I've always watched Martin. 1783. Is that a American Revolution year? 1783. I'm thinking Hamilton. Huh? Huh? 1783? What's happening in 1783? I feel like chat is going faster than I am. I'm missing stuff in chat. Forget what I'm missing in past life. I'm missing chat. Oh man. But yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't watched any other perspectives other than Tango's this week. So I'm definitely going to have to catch up on that. I was working yesterday and I was out all day today. So tomorrow is going to be the time. Dudes, I'm on holiday. You threatening me? You were threatening me? Cucumber. Cucumber, why? Why would you threaten me? What did I do? Did you know the context? Context does not exist. Well, 1783, then we should call me... Huh? Is Blue Jay 1783? Blue Jay 1783, okay. Let me get... Sure. Okay. Wonderful. You know, I've never had numbers in any kind of username. I'm glad Multi is also confused. I'm glad that Multi is also confused. I've understood it now. I get it. Took me a while. Like, what's happening? You missed like 2 messages and you don't understand anything in chat anymore. Within the year 1780. I feel like Hamilton had like 1789 and 1776. The Battle of Yorktown. 1789. 1789. What was Yorktown? When was Yorktown? I realized that for a European, I have a pretty good understanding. So think of a European who's not watched Hamilton and does not know Hamilton. I have a pretty good understanding of the American Revolution because of Hamilton, because of my Hamilton phase. And I'm like, yeah, America was founded in, 1789, something like that. And they're like, how do you know that? I don't know. It's like there's no context because like in Europe, you're not taught about American history. You're not taught anything about it, really. You hear about the Boston Tea Party. Maybe their involvement. 1781. Thank you, Cucumber. I was trying to think about it. You may not have seen Hamilton. I won't judge people who haven't. Absolutely. Don't worry. I don't judge who haven't. It's tricky to get tickets and you have to travel to a select amount of cities to see it. But like, it's interesting. It is on Disney Plus, actually. It's on Disney. Hold on. There's no excuse. There's no excuse to not watch it. It's on Disney Plus. Mango. It is. Yeah, it is actually. Also coming to theaters. Yeah, you have to, Multi, if you're not working all with Princess that day. I don't think it's a princess. It's not a film for Princess, really. 10-year anniversary. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, in European history, can fellow Europeans confirm this? Sam. I don't know if Sam's being serious or not. I can never tell. I'm going to give you yellow highlights. Maybe not that yellow. How does the bastard orphan son of a whore and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and ball squad, grew up to be a hero and a scholar. $10 founding father without a father got a lot smarter. Got a lot farther by working a lot smarter by being a self-starter by 13. What's Hamilton? So Hamilton is a musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it's about like the American. It's about one of the founding fathers that is often forgotten, Alexander Hamilton, and it is the source of my American history knowledge. It's like it's a hip hop musical. It's really good. It's got good music, and it's basically the story of this guy, and how he was kind of like he was talked down so much by his enemies that it was kind of like forgotten to the history books, but he's like one of the founding fathers. So yeah, it's a founding fathers musical fanfic. Oh man, when does something become a fanfic? I do wonder, especially involving historical figures. Is any kind of Greek retelling a fanfic? I guess it would be Greek myth retelling. Epic the Musical is a fanfic. Epic the Musical is a fanfic. Huh. Americans learn a lot about European history? Yeah? Interesting, because I mean, I guess, like, you know, with the whole colonization, a lot of European culture came to America. It's interesting because you see all these like meme videos, and maybe it's just popped on my feed because I find them funny of like examples of Americans not really knowing European history that well. I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I don't judge people for not knowing the history of my country because I don't know the history of most countries. I don't even know the history of the UK. Does that make sense? Like, my UK history, UK peeps, back me up here. My UK history knowledge comes solely from horrible histories. I had to write a rap song about Hamilton. Let's go. To make a rap. Oh my gosh, that's such a cool assignment. And sing it. I love that. Pen on the perch to learn it. Okay, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, like World War II is like one of those. We did World War II for like an entire year. Or like generally the World Wars. That is something that is really important to history lessons here. To just really try and avoid those kinds of atrocities happening again, and avoid choosing people in government that would allow such atrocities to happen again. I won't call out any names, but I think you know what I'm talking about. But the myths of our history. Mango, Swiss history was the most boring part of school. Can you agree? I remember nothing from Swiss history. We had like a couple months of Swiss history, and it was the most boring flipping thing in the world. There was a religious war at some point. Wow. That's all I remember. I don't even know when. I like barely passed that exam. I found that such a boring part of history. And right afterwards we did the French Revolution, and I was like, cool! I had a really good history teacher too. But Swiss history was just so boring. So our history teacher for the French Revolution, bless him, I don't think he understood how video games work. Because our teacher was like, because I think he kind of confused video games with games. He's like one of those teachers trying to be hip with the kids, but blatantly in his 50s and not really being hip with the kids at all. But our teacher was like, for the French Revolution, it was like, you don't have an exam, you have an assignment. And for that assignment, you have a couple of weeks to come up with a game. You need to come up, and he phrased it like a video game. He said, like, you need to come up with a concept for a video game on how you would teach the French Revolution. Not again. How you would teach the French Revolution to someone through a video game. Which was so cool. Because we were like, oh my gosh, could do so much. Assassin's Creed. A civilization strategy-esque strategy game. And what we did is we did like a Telltale-esque point-and-click adventure. Or like, we didn't actually program it. We actually performed it. It was a theatre play. And what we did, because this is one of my best parts, and this is one of my fondest memories, because we apparently did such a good job that our teacher took us to the side and was like, if you continue this kind of thing, then people will want to be around you. People will want you in job positions where you have a lot of responsibility and you have a lot of, what's it called? Where people will really value your abilities and your just get-go, the way that you... Because we really threw ourselves into this assignment. We thought it was really cool. So what we did was we had like 2 characters you could choose from. And so we had like this entire decision tree that we worked through, and we just played it through once, but we'd made all the thoughts, and we had all these different characters. Like, I could play Marquis de Lafayette at some point. And you could play Napoleon, or we'd come in as like, we had like costumes and everything and dialogue and stuff. And like Robespierre and Napoleon and like all these different characters that we could play. And so at the start you could choose between 2 characters. You had either a guy of the nobility. Think, again, this is the French Revolution. So you're either playing a character from the nobility, or you're playing a character from the poor people. So think Les Miserables is kind of like the vibe that we're going for right now. And so we had Pierre Dupont, who was our like low-life guy, but he was also part of like some sort of underground mafia secretly, which you only found out later. Or we have Lucien Chevalier. And he was of nobility. And so what we did at the start was we kind of like introduced these characters by playing these characters, and then we basically played it through like with like someone from the class, so she could make the decisions. And so yeah, she chose a character and we went along. And basically what was really funny is by the end of it, obviously not accurate, but by the end of it, she managed to assassinate Napoleon and take his place. And that was really funny. I accidentally almost clicked stop stream because I hit my mouse. So that was really fun. It was a very fun project, and basically our teacher afterwards, because like no one else put nearly as much effort into it, and he was like, continue doing this for the rest of your lives and you will live good lives, because the way that you go around behind stuff with such passion and such energy is rare. Treasure that, and just go for it. Go for anything. And so yeah, awesome teacher, one of our favorite teachers. And those words kind of like still ring true to me of like, if you're doing something, like it's like what Mumbo says, if you're like just put everything into a stupid idea. Just go for it. Like with no shame. Just, if you have the time, obviously don't overwork yourself. If you have the time and the passion, then just go for a project and don't care about what people think or what happens. Yeah. Very, very good teacher. I like that line. Nice line. Let's duplicate it and let's bloom. You guys know what time it is. It's bloom time. Bloom time. We bloom, bloom, bloom. Yeah. But other than that, like, we did the world wars very much. We did Chinese history as well, which was fascinating, the different dynasties. The Greeks. Our teacher loved Greek philosophy. He, like, every single exam, even if the subject wasn't Greek philosophy, he'd somehow figure out a way to smuggle in Greek philosophy. And it's just like, for goodness sake, man. Like you've got like the, gosh, what's it called? You've got the Reformation, and then you've got the Mango, Aufklärung. Aufklärung? Bye, Henry. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. Enjoy church. What would that be? But the Renaissance? It's not the Renaissance. It's something different. The Enlightenment. The Age of Enlightenment, yeah. So we'd have like the Age of Enlightenment as a subject, and he'd be like, what would this Greek philosopher have said about this? It's like, what? So yeah. Love-hate relationship with history, because on one hand it's like super fascinating and important, but on the other hand it's like, which aristocracy do you want to study today? Atrocity. Aristocracy. Atrocity. You are that Greek philosopher. Sam is the Greek philosopher. I think it's very important to learn from our history. I love history in a sense of when it comes to like inventions. I love learning about when stuff was invented and how it got discovered and that kind of thing. I think that's fascinating. But yeah, it is one of those things where it's like we need to really hold ourselves accountable for what our ancestors did in history, and the privilege that we have, especially in the Western world, the privilege that we have because of those atrocities. Does that make sense? Look up Vikings. Quite wholesome. Nice. When it's not depressing. Yeah. It's really interesting, like seeing history in light of today and like the effects that it has on today. And yes, there definitely can be funny stories. If you're a fan of interesting, funny stories, then horrible histories, I think, would be something that you'd enjoy. I certainly enjoyed it as a kid. Terrible Tudors, gorgeous Georgians, slimy Stuarts, vile Victorians, woeful wars, ferocious fights, dingy castles, daring knights, horrors that avoid description. Da-da-da-da-da, Egyptians. Groovy Greeks, better, measly Middle Ages. Gory story, we do that, and our host a talking rat. The past is no longer a mystery, welcome to Horrible Histories. Yeah, but you can still see them on YouTube. Let's see. Loom. It was interesting drawing Pearl. It was very similar to how I draw myself, the way I draw Pearl. No? Little Einsteins? Ah, we're going on a trip and our favorite rocket ship zooming through the sky. Little Einsteins, climb on board. So much to explore, there's so much to find. Little Einsteins. Did they do history? I felt like they did science. I have like this vivid memory of them going like scuba diving. I am Pearl? Am I? Confirmed. For some reason, because Multi and Sam have the same color name. Stupid deaths, they're funny because they're true. Stupid deaths, hope next time it's not you. Oh my god. I kind of want to sit down with the lifers who have done stupid deaths. I'm secretly Pearl. I want to sit down with some of the lifers who have had stupid deaths and frame it like a stupid death setting. Now that I would animate. That would be so cool. Tango. Oh man, that would be so good. Dumb ways to die. Yeah, that's also a good one. Is this soulmate string? That's more visible now. That's definitely more visible. Sorry. Can you imagine the snail chaos? It's just like the first person comes in and is like, right, why are you here? Oi, yeah. I apologize. I think there is a dumb ways to die, Lady K. I think there is a dumb ways to die animatic out there. But imagine it's just like the first person arriving at, right, and why are you here? It's just like next person comes in, the next person comes in, it's like, hold on, there's a line, stand in line, take your time, why is everyone suddenly here? We're gonna have to hurry it along, but it seems people are dying a lot right now. And it's like the next person, snails? Yes. Right, next, okay. Bless you in German, Gesundheit. You basically shout health at people. Health! Health! I wish thee health. Health be upon thee. Hetl. Cucumber, yes. Hetl. Exactly. Oh, no, we're not finished yet. I need to draw the line up. Alpha lock. And let's do a maybe more blue, dark blue. Yeah. First person is a silly joke by the end death. Question if he needs to do your job. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, can someone please make a bit out of that? That would be so fun. Hello, hello, Flying Brian. Thank you so much for the follow, my dude. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Are you big enough? There you are. Colouring in. Colour, colour. Maybe some lighter blue like that. Yay. Yay. We got some blue. Gesundheit. That is Swiss German, I guess. But I'd write it G''S, Gesundheit. Anstatt Gesundheit. In German origins, need two words in German. You don't need to learn a language. I have Scottish origins. Like originally, but I don't know any Celtic, so you know. That's also a correct spelling. Is there a grammar police in Switzerland? I don't think there is. Is there a spelling police? Are there officially correct spellings? If so, I think I need to have a chat with some of my Swiss friends. Huh. So tight. Oh, with the AI? I hate the AI. We hate AI anyway. There's no spelling, please. Everyone. This is something that I find really interesting about Switzerland and like Swiss German is there are no spelling rules. So if you're texting someone, every single person you text will have different spelling for words. And sometimes it's like really difficult. I don't make art with my AI. I don't make art with my AI. I don't make art with AI. No, I do not. And I shall I never will. Because I think there's definitely space for AI. Absolutely, I think it can help us, but in the creative space, AI has no place. In my opinion. Even for like idea generation. Use like a random prompt generator if you need that, but don't use AI. Because it's trained on other people's creative work. Do you think that looks like what it is in your dialect? People might still believe you're just from a different region. If you do something like that, looks. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it also does. It does definitely heavily depend where you're from. And it's just really interesting because like I've had to decipher so many friends' messages And like, I had a youth pastor who would write me emails, like full like text emails. So it's not just quick text like, hey, how are you? Or hey, where are you? It's a full multiple paragraphs in Berndeutsch, which is Bern German, which is, oh my gosh. It's already kind of hard for foreigners to understand. That sounds great. It is so hard to read. It's a really adorable accent. They're really cute. We love the Burners. But oh my gosh. Mango understands. It's like the way they spell stuff is just like I would never come up with spelling stuff like that. And so I'd always spend like forever trying to decipher this guy's messages. And I'm like, Raph, please help. What do you want from me? Please, hi German. It would get to the point where I'd have to ask my Swiss friends, what does that mean? And they wouldn't know. So, you know. Do, 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 do. It's totally fine to only know one language. I think it's always cool to, like, if you want to learn another language, that's awesome. German's hard to learn. But I don't judge people for not knowing more than one language. I grew up bilingual. If I didn't grow up bilingual, I would not have enjoyed learning languages. I did not enjoy learning languages in school. I'm thankful that I have German. I'm thankful that I have English. I'm very thankful I have English, otherwise we wouldn't be talking now. Yeah, I've not had great experiences learning another language from school systems. If I were to learn another language, it would be Spanish. But I don't think I've healed enough from school experience for that to be a thing. Right, we finished our third drawing of today. So much for 8 drawings, beating 8. I don't think we will. We have an hour left. Bum ba dum ba da bum bum bum. Clipping mask. On to the next one. That's too dark. Wait, what colour did we use for bar? I thought we had a colour here. Give me the colour. Oh, you know what? I think I just ended up going for the same purple that we had before. Okay, whatever. I said I was going to go more blue, but I didn't. Guten Abend und Schnitzel. Sure. What if it doesn't want to? The blue, the shading. Good evening, Schnitzel too. I haven't had Schnitzel in so long. I crave Schnitzel, man. I should make a Schnitzel. Do we have Maizena? I don't know. We don't have meat. What am I saying? We don't have meat. We're poor students. We don't have meat. I can't have a Schnitzel. No Schnitzel for me. Ba-dup. Gotta go to one of the restaurants for a Schnitzel. Dude, I am basically vegetarian at this point. We have like, the only meat that we have is like, I haven't had Schnitzel in 5 years. Oh, you live a deprived life. A Schnitzelless life is not a good one. Schnitzel? You don't know what a Schnitzel is. Let me come and give you the education on how to find a Schnitzel. You have activated the German accent in me, apparently, and we will find out what a Schnitzel is. What do you mean it's a fast food? It's not a fast food. Google what you want from me. Meine Freunde, das ist ein Schnitzel. The drawing. Right, it's not fast food. It's basically like a very special batter around a usually piece of pork, but it can be chicken, I guess. But usually it's pork. A cold company. I usually have it with chips, and Schnippo is like so good. Don't have Schnitzel very often. Yeah, yes, but Vienna Schnitzel, from Vienna, that's where it comes from. Very good, very good. Yum yum. Chicken nugget. It's better than a chicken nugget. It's better than a chicken nugget. Let me assure you, chicken nuggets and like breaded things don't come close. I've seen chicken schnitzel before. I actually had schnitzel in Yorkshire. It was called schnitzel, but then they had it with tomato sauce and it was chicken. And I was like, it's good, but they can't call it schnitzel. Breaded lemon. Pork is so much better than a pork nugget. The deep fried lemon. Mango? Is this mango lore? What the heck? Lemon, right? Explain yourself. Hello? I did not apparently look into photo dumpage at the right moment. Deep fried lemon. I will after stream, I guess. To get some mango lore. Never heard of a deep fried lemon. Yeah, there shouldn't actually be too much shading on these kinds of drawings. They're in broad daylight. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy on the shading here, actually. Pardon me for the sniffle. Like a plum tart. Shallow salty tart. You talking Veya? Mango, you confuse me. Veya, okay. Like a lemon, or like plum Veya. How is it plum? How is lemon turned to plum? Huh? I'm confused. I am more confused than when Ivan speaks. And that's saying something. Pleure. I've never seen that. Pleure. I say Veya. That must be up in a district of Switzerland I don't know very well. Up in the Alps somewhere, you call it Pleure. Bum 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 bum. Schnitzel. Ba-da-bum-bum. Guys, in just over a week, so Tuesday in a week, you guys remember my friend Hawk? Hawkwing? My friend Hawk's coming to visit. So if we're talking food, they're coming from America. What should they try of European food that is like very different to America? Another American, indeed. All the Americans visiting this, I guess this was last year officially. But yeah, Hawk's gonna be around for 2 weeks. We have a good time. So I might do a stream with Hawk, don't know. We'll figure it out. If you keep an eye on Hawk's socials, there might be a little yours truly appearing on them. In one of their cozy corners. You should note down these foods. Schnitzel. Blue Jay Schnitzel. And Flammkuchen. Good luck writing that. Bada bada bum bum. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Indeed. Anything else? Oh, goshty. Could do. I mean, you could do a fondue as well. The different French, Swiss, and British cheeses. Lala is fan. Thank you so much for the follow, my dude. I appreciate it. Good to have you here. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Bum 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 bum. It's so fun shading Cleo's hair, but it's also so time consuming. I also love like talking to people from all over the world. It's so cool, kind of having that cultural exchange. I love it. I love drawing Cleo's hair and like their angular facial features. I kind of get lost when it comes to their body because I'm not a massive fan of how I draw their outfits. But also like I haven't really figured out a way to like or style that I enjoy, or like a design I like. But I like how I draw their hair. Their hair is fun. I'm being so brainless in shading right now, my gosh. I need to take a rendering class. This is awful. Oh, Vaya, true. Is Vaya? I guess it is. Could make a Vaya. I make a very good berry Vaya. Get them frozen berries from the Migros, like those mixed berries, or even like raspberries, just raspberries. Plonk them on a Vaya base. Mix with with eggs, milk, sugar, and vanilla pudding. A couple of spoonfuls of like vanilla pudding powder, and you got yourself a very good berry Vaya. That is family recipe. Raspberries are good. I guess you could, if it's a sweet thing, you could compare those kinds of things to a pie. Like you can have sweet, or you can have savory pies as well. You can kind of compare them to like an open top pie, but it's not the same. Eat 4 containers of raspberries. Valid. I should go buy some more berries. I like berries. Da-da-da-dum. But I'm also gonna make some Franzbrötchen they have, which isn't necessarily, it's not a Swiss thing, it's a thing from Hamburg. But I just love them so much that whoever comes and visits, or I get to visit and cook in their place, I make bread, Franzbrötchen. Draw peacock tail feathers? You could do that, my dude. You draw whatever you want to draw. You have dominion over your art, so draw what makes you happy. And sometimes draw what makes you sad. Because honestly, like, art is quite the therapy for me. Like I said earlier, drawing Jasper was so cathartic for me. It hurt. Like, I couldn't have done it really earlier. I wanted to draw my boy. Yeah, it's therapy. You're scared to draw them? Just start. Once you put pen to paper, and I should be pointing my finger at myself for this advice. Yeah, just overcoming the fear of the blank page is like the biggest thing about art. Which is why I always like draw, like I sketch in white pen on a grey background, because that kind of like avoids the blank white page staring at you. I'm getting so lost in Cleo's hair out here. I don't think it's the best rendering of their hair I've done, but ach well, they're far away. No one's gonna notice. Doing it traditionally, go for it. Made no bakes, nice. I need to do more baking. Although our oven is shouting at us whenever we put it on. It's got like this massive rattling noise. We think something at the back has kind of gotten caught. But so, like, once you've heated it up to a certain amount and then put the fan on, it just goes away. So it's just kind of like, well, what is it? What do we do? How do we fix it? It's like behind a screwed top. I was like, do we unscrew our oven in our rented apartment? I don't know. Or just get the landlady over. You have the head fully done though? Let's go! Ba-da-bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I really need to spend more time kind of like seriously considering where light comes from. I don't think I'm very good at it. Maybe I'm only now noticing that I'm not very good at it. And that will lead to being better. I think like it's definitely something I've neglected. Like in a setting like this, it's like, where does the light come from? Where does it go? Where does it come from? Hi, Joe. Don't get to the light. I can't help it. It's so beautiful. I do knew. I like sometimes just plonk down lighting in it as an excuse to have some sort of texture in the area. Like shading more like. Maybe getting out of art block means I need to upgrade my art a bit and focus on like one setting where you can show where light's coming from. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I just need to decide where light's coming from. And once I've taken that mental note, then I'll probably be alright to posture check. Thank you. I should have set up straight. I started slouching. I appreciate it. Drawing guide, so like the perspective guide. I think what you're talking about. This one, perspective. I mean, yeah, but that's if your light source is like on screen. I guess it could also be if it's off screen. I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, my dude. That does make sense. But yeah, it's just a case of like, I don't even like try and make that decision. I think maybe I've just gotten lazy. On what? On like thinking. Has been a long day though, to be fair. Been out of the house since 9 AM. And it's now almost 9 PM. Let's grab Pearl's highlight color again. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Didn't work. Duplicate. And maybe duplicate? No, not necessary. And color pick. Ba-dum. Right. Since I did a lot of shading, I'm not gonna like focus too much on the highlights here. Otherwise it would just get very noisy and very messy. More than it needs to be. Just a couple highlights. I usually kind of over focus on the shading so that the highlights are easier to do. Hi, Zim. Hello, my friend. Not the ads. Not the ads. I love the firefly on Uzim. It's a good look. Makes me happy. These guys are grey. Never know, dear, how much I love you. Apparently I'm in this singing mood today. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, when I was sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. Okay. Not too many highlights here. Also remember, ooh, yeah, no, the green's gone. Bye bye, green. How many frames we've done so far? We've completed 3. This is our 4th one. So not as fast as I'd hoped, to be fair. But we had a couple of distractions, also, to be fair. As is very commonplace on streams. As is always the case. Wait, I need to... Did I not highlight Cleo? Cleo still looks so shadowy. I did, but like not very well. No highlight on their eyes. Maybe they should just be shrouded in darkness in Pearl's view. Pearl's opinion. I did have a good time on boat today. I got sunburn. I did get sunburn. I didn't want to get sunburn, but I did. It was really nice. We basically took the train like upstream, got out, had to do barely any carrying because the train station was right by the river, and then just let ourselves like go down the river and met a bunch of people. They were cool. Yeah. It was nice. I won't say anything, Mango. I'm not gonna say where. I won't say what river. But there's many good rivers in Switzerland to do that kind of thing on. Apparently Basel is like, especially when the women's football was on, my aunts came to Switzerland for the women's football. And they were in Basel for a day or so. And they were like, we should have let ourselves be taken down the Rhine. Oh, it would have been so good. We should have taken our swimmers. We would have gone down the Rhine. And I'm like, yeah, you should have, because I did that. And it was cool. Right, let's see if we can color grab this color again. I think, yes, it's this color. Doop. And just snap spot to that. Boop, boop. Something like that. Sure that works. Definitely needs blooming though. My gosh. So dark, you bloom in, you blend into the grass. Yeah. Well, maybe not actually. Maybe we need some extra to make it look like it's coming towards Poil. Towards Poil. Coming towards Poil, is it? Apparently it is. Something like that. Maybe. Mayhaps. Bloom. No, wait. Don't bloom yet. Duplicate. Maybe don't duplicate yet. That part of the line is invisible. Now we duplicate. And then we bloom. No, not delete. Don't delete reference. Bum ba dum ba da bum 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 bum. Although we don't have any line weight to it now. No, not the line weight. Oh. I will bloom... No, do I bloom you? No, I don't bloom you. I Gaussian blur you? Bloom or blur? Blur bloom. Bloom. I'm going crazy. What's happened? Going mad. It's a new... No, it's... Wrong layer, Kronk. Oop. And then we bloom again. Maybe even more bloom. There we go. I hope that doesn't bite me in the bum later. With how close this is to the ledge. Maybe it will. I don't know. I need to make a bloom emoji. Maybe I should. Bloom! Is it just like the word bloom? Is it just like... Hold on. Maybe like a yellow. Literally just bloom. But it's bloomed. Like that. Bloom the beloved. I need to think about Twitch emojis in general. I need to absolutely keep that in my brain of brains. This landscape could do with some TLC, let's be honest. Alpha Locket. Let's give it some love, okay? This poor landscape has not had any love. Let's go give it some dynamics. I mean, in theory, it was in a forest where they abandoned her or something. I remember. But like, I mean, there weren't many plains. To be fair, it was forest and then it was canyon. So this is very inaccurate double life picturing. But you know what? Whatever. Whatever. They will. It should be a glowy... Oh, it should be a glowy flower shape. What if... Hear me out here. What if we turn the word bloom somehow into a flower? The L and the B, O, and the M. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Was in a clearing on a hill surrounded by trees. I'm too lazy to do trees. I won't do trees. It's fine. But like laziness has taken over apparently. This animatic. And distracted again. That is true actually. No distractions. Because I totally knew that that would work. And we definitely have no distractions. Dang it. Let's get some grass in here. Just to elevate it a little bit. I love this grass brush. It can just make a scene look that much more detailed, even if it isn't. And then I'm going to pick the base color again, and then I'm going to pick a lot lighter color for some highlight grass areas. And then I'm going to do also this. So like this is kind of like a tip that I do a lot is if you're using a brush that maybe doesn't look exactly like your art style, just kind of like drawing some of your own stuff in between that, and it'll look a lot more like your art style. Hiya Emma, thank you so much for the follow, my dude, I appreciate it. There's a bee at the window again. I'm back. Am I a guardian or am I a bee? Big question. Thanks for the follow, Emma. It's lovely to have you here. Do I use custom brushes? So there's like a brush pack that I have that I downloaded just before Double Life. It's like this F-Tune nature bundle here. And these, I bought these. This was a pack that I bought. But B-Guardian, yikes, a B-Guardian hybrid. What did my parents look like? Who are my parents? I've downloaded a bunch of like, I think I bought these as well, these stamps. But there's a couple of random ones that I've imported. And honestly, I don't really use these. My tip, if you're downloading brushes, is to really think hard about whether that brush is something that works for your art style. Because like if I were to, for instance, I'm going to draw a flower. I'm going to have a flower in this scene. Bam. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, it's not working. I want a flower in this scene, so I'm going to draw, bang, flower. I mean, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. And so you need to really think about, does that fit my style? And especially if it's if it costs something, is it worth the purchase? Will you use the brushes in there? And I will say, like, the brush set that I got here, the F-Toon one. Exactly, you can find a bunch of free brushes. But this was really nice because it had like brush packs in a similar style that are very textured. You can very much use. I mean, I do not use all of these brushes. Absolutely not. I like to use this brush if I'm like planning out trees. It's just got like a nice line weight to it. It's not got, you've got a bit of texture, but you've also got pretty clean lines like you would on a bark. I like some of the effects brushes as well. They're fun. Use this relatively frequently. I think this is one. No, wait. I use this for trees very often, this brush. Like floating leaves, they're also fun. This, I use this a lot for like, when there's floating petals in the air. Again, I use this grass brush a lot. I like these flowers. These are basically the flowers that I use if I do a print, if I do Ren's Hawaiian print shirt. And yeah. And like, also same here. This is a different brush, oopsie. With like ground and sky, and there's a lot of these textures that I use a lot for when I'm texturing stone. And what's funny about some of these, hold on, let me see if I can, yeah, this waterfall, this is a waterfall here. You know the Boat Boys drawing? The waterfall on that is literally me just clicking once with this brush. And then zooming. Do you see it? Maybe it's not helpful that it's this color. Maybe I should make it like a kind of a blue. But do you see it? I cheated on the Boat Boys drawing. I didn't draw that waterfall. Is it cheating or is it useful resourcing? You know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, it's one you can definitely question. So yeah, this waterfall was one click of my brush, and then I moved it around a bit. I warped it a bit. But this is what I mean by, like, you see kind of like the textured brush in the stone in the background there as well. Never be able to unsee that. Again, just make sure that you use it to your art style, and so it works in your art style. I think for Double Life, I was still figuring out how to use it. I think this was a good use of it, like especially like with the texture of the mountain. It was great. It was fun. Let's see. Oh, we're on Etho here. Oop. Impulse. Let's see if I can hold on. Go on to Double Life. When did Double Life happen? I mean, Limited Life? Double Life. So there's, for instance, images like this one, for instance. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what brushes to use, how to use them. Same with this one. I mean, you can see what my favorite, like, tree brush was. And I don't think I used this one very effectively. It doesn't really suit my style perfectly. Another example is... Where are you, boys? Where are they? Wait, what? Oh, it's not chronological. Hold on. This is another case where I don't think it really suited my style. The use of these leaves, it was a bit blocky. It wasn't really very textured. I mean, definitely textured, but when it comes to, for instance, fast forward to Secret Life, And you've got like the secret keeper. This is kind of like putting those brushes into my style. There's a bunch of brushes from that pack on here and kind of blending it seamlessly into my style so it looks like my style, right? Same here. I mean, the stone here as well. You see the floating petals? Love these floating petals. And yeah, all sorts, like you see kind of like just the slight inkling of some trees there. It's whatever kind of fits the scene. You need to be very conscious of it. This is our favorite grass. Oh no, it's not. It's a different grass. I need to get that grass. I need to use that grass. That grass looks good. Multi has special permissions to abuse the streamer. It's fine. Multi's a mod on Everin. Multi's a friend. Right. So yeah, just basically, if you're going to use, because that's like the entire, that's like the good thing, like the cool thing about digital brush. Like, look at all, for instance, I wouldn't put this tree. This tree doesn't fit my art style. But what I could maybe do, I've never tried this before actually, is if I were like, I want a tree in the background. Okay, I'm going to put this tree in the background. Okay, it still doesn't fit, but I guess I will just kind of like sketch over it in what I would draw a tree. But like the building's always there, so it's kind of like just tracing over, like, okay, so a tree goes like that, like that. I've never done this before, but just as an example of how you can use these kinds of brushes. Shoot. Sorry. How long have I not been on art screen? Not that long. Not that long. But basically, sorry. I put this tree down and obviously look at it. It doesn't... Katie, sorry. Sorry. The entire stream. No! So this tree doesn't fit. Obviously, it's like a cutout of a real tree. But if I wanted to be like, okay, how can I incorporate this into my style? I could maybe just make it, you know, position it in the right spot and then sketch over it how I would sketch a tree. And I've got like a template of how I'd sketch a tree, right? That's like an example of how you could... I'm clearly locked in. I've never done this before personally, but this could be a way that you incorporate these kinds of brushes into your style. What I have done actually was it this? Did I color in this? No, I didn't. It was a different one. So for the flowers, I've got all these flower and this was for a drawing I did for Hawk. So Hawk, hydrate. I have not got any water. I will quickly go and refill my water. I do feel my voice going. I'll be right back. This isn't the flower. I'm looking for the flower keeper. I'll be mute if I go and fill my water. The water bottle is refilled. You didn't even manage to spell out scatter. No, not even scatter. Riot. Wow. What was I talking about, guys? I was going to reference something, pull up the flower. Double life. Where's double life? The flower. I look for the flower. I can't find the flower. Where is the flower? I'm not even joking. Hello? It's really annoying because the double life drawings are out of, are like not chronological. It's like literally like, so I go, bye Zim. Thank you for hanging there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. So you've got the boat boys and then it goes to Big B and Ren holding Big B's shoulder. There's like a frame in between. I missed it. Hi, Pineapple. So give me a sec, guys. I'm trying to find the flower. Big B's flower. I might just have to quickly pop on YouTube and get a screenshot. Because legit, I might actually not have it. For some reason, I recall having this problem before. Yeah, the Big B water frame. That's what I'm looking for. Everin. And videos. Running up that hill. You don't want audio. How do I get rid of audio? I stopped sharing anything. Stop mirroring my screen. Bam, bam, bam. I've got ads. Give me a sec, guys. It has been a hot minute, Pineapple. Right. Big B. Hang you. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? It's not. Woohoo. Whoa, man. Why are you so bad? Oh my gosh. There we go. Hello? Screen? Sorry, guys. Did not want that. Why is it not showing up, mate? Come on. Thank you. So this flower here that you see on this drawing, I literally traced over one of my lotus flower brushes. Oh, for flip's sake. Come on, work with me here. There we go. So I'm trying to figure out which one. But yeah, look, it's one of these flowers. It could be this one. Is it this one? Maybe it's this one. I traced. So, you know, nobody knew. And I've purchased these flowers and I have like the creative license right to use them in artwork. There's like there's no copyright problems. So that's kind of like, be careful what you do with that kind of thing. Bye, Lady K. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. Yeah, be careful with what you do and how you do stuff, because that can get problematic if you're not careful. Make sure that you have the creative license for everything, which is very easy to do. Well, very easy to do. It's good if you've bought the brush packs. I mean, again, these flowers and these nature brushes are the only brush packs I've ever bought. So, yeah. And some of my favorite brushes don't even come from that. Like this brush called Burning Embers. I use this all the time. I use this for the soulmate thing just now. I use this all the time. I have no idea who. Hi, Flashy. Flashy. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. What the heck? And we got a hype train. 30 gifted subs to the community. Thank you? Is that 200? Is that 200 gifted subs? Mate, my screen is so full right now. I don't even see. Guys, if you got a gifted sub from Flashy, make sure you say thank you. Holy, mate. What the heck? Good evening, how are we doing? You doing good? Level 7 hype train by you alone. Whoa. What the heck? You had no part in that? Bounty fulfilled? Multi, what did you do? Flashy, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Say thank you if you've got nothing. Nothing, you swear. You got the bounty. Oh my god. Uh-huh. What? It's done. Yeah, Multi got the bounty. It's already done. I'm just sorry, Flashy. You've caught me at a time where it's been a long day and I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. The energy isn't as there as usual. Merlin Murdoch, welcome to chat. Enjoy the gift. You had no problem. What the heck? Blaze. Whoa. Blaze has got a 21 month. Wow. Let's go. Yeah, speechless. The energy is not here to... You just rendered me speechless. Thank you, Flashy. You really... You know you don't have to. I really appreciate it, though. I think it was this grass that we had. Yeah, but you gotta be, like, very careful. No, it wasn't this grass. What was it? What was the grass that I used in the other drawing that I liked? Beep, 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 because it wasn't this guy. Oh well. We won't spend too much time on it. We've spent way too much time being off topic anyway. So I'm just gonna, like I said, add some things that are your style kind of like in there to keep it cohesive. Just a little bit. And then you're fine. Round up to the nearest 1,000. Excuse me? Damn, Multi. Good for you. Do we have these guys coloured? No, we don't have their line up coloured. Alpha Lock. And what colour we going for here? I think we'll call her Pick from Pearl because she's in the same atmosphere. Okay, Alpha Lock. Yep. And now colouring Cleo. Play out the condensation. And Scott. And I'm going to colour Pick from Pearl again. Give me the colours, Pearl. Give me all the colours that you want me to do stuff with. I want the colours, Pearl. I want the colours. All the colours. Chicken colours. There we go. I'm going mad, apparently. Apparently this is what happens when I get bombarded with gift subs. I go crazy. There's no energy to properly, like, freak out. But I just... My brain breaks all the same, because it always does. Flash is already rounded up. I'm just like, what the heck? I'm sorry, I think I went a little bit crazy. I'll block. I like this music, man. I must say, I miss this kind of... I didn't listen to a lot of music at all while on holiday, but I miss like this kind of tavern music, like just chill background. I really do enjoy it when we listen to it on stream, going on in the background. Let's go. Let's go, Toko. Bum. We finished the level 7 hype train. What's in our hype chest? It's a dancing alien. Let's go. Thank you so much, Flashy, for single-handedly doing that hype train. My gosh. There's more hype chests on the way. My gosh. I don't understand what that means. I think we'll leave it there for now. There's some strange, whatever you want to call it, one where things you do on Twitch go looking for channels with silly fun redemption options. Yeah. Yeah. That's always fun to do. I can definitely see that. I'm going to grab these colors from Pearl again for when we're gonna move on to shading her. I think that'll be the last thing that we do today. Looking at the time. It's getting late. It's been 3 hours already, my friends. That was so quick. Those 3 hours went by like so quick. No flashy. No flashy. No. No. No, why? Shoot. I'm just sorry. Trying to switch on my thing. I've been asked if I can go to a wedding like mid-semester. Probably not. Dang you, Flashy. Can't believe it. Can't believe you've done this. Let's get all these colors together from Pearly Pup so that we don't have to swap out coloring. And then this guy. And then I think that's all the colors we'll need. Boop. Cool. For goodness sake, I'm so Thanks, Drawing Guy. Yes, the song, the song that we're doing is to Please, Please, Please. Voided Main, thank you so much for the follow, my dude. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Yep, yep. We're gonna get rid of the hand for now. Pearl does not need a hand, apparently. I'm still not over the gift subbage. Twitch said that? Oh, for goodness sake, Twitch. How dare. I legit don't know what I can do with my left hand. It's so bad. It's like so bad. No, Pearl doesn't need a hand. Not right now. Not when I'm drawing the rest of her face. Do I have? Yes, I do have multiply. It's very subtle right now. Because I don't have any pressure sensitivity with this hand. Should this be a thing? Question to everyone mods, and I guess to everyone else if you guys want to have your opinion. When we play Gartic Phone, because I want to play Gartic Phone with the everyone mods on stream one day, do I have to draw with my left hand? Kind of like even the playing field? Is it perpetual? And then, if someone redeems the old switcheroo, I'm allowed to draw for 5 minutes with my right hand, and then it's suddenly good. I mean... it would be funny. Give it for someone to ask to do. I think it could be a fun concept, though. That's literally just come to me. I'll consider it. People save your points. Save your points, indeed. You're the best artist anyway. True. I mean, Dragon's a great artist. Ever SMP peeps. Do you remember when Dragon drew the Ever SMP logo? Like, out of nowhere? Flippin' heck. I am cramping my hand right now just to try and draw these dark areas. Thing is, with shading, like, you need so much, like, fine control. Like, you don't want to push too hard. You don't want to be too light. Like, that's too hard. That's too light. But I have, like, no in-between control with my left hand. Is that right? Yeah. Pardon me, guys. Been a long day. Come on. Man, my hand's cramping up there. Oh, did he? Did I blank on Dragon uploading Everlife? Did I not follow Dragon? Dragon uploaded Everlife? Dang it, I feel like a terrible person. Oh man. I think I hyper-focused on Starry when it came to that alliance. And then I was like, I've already seen that alliance. I know what's happening in that alliance, so I don't watch other perspectives of it, I guess. Just because Starry and I kind of like had... Sorry, Samus. Well, you streamed and you uploaded VODs. I did not have time for VODs. Unless, did you edit into videos? Take that personally. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. The end of Galactic Phone. You did edit vids? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. It was also a case of like I was on holiday and I did not have a lot of YouTube time, so I did just... I think I did... I gotta be honest, I don't think I watched a lot of Everlife anyway. Don't tell her. I didn't. Sam! I'm getting constantly gaslit by Sam. This is not okay. I loved your edited down videos. Man, for goodness sake. Hi, Kira Dueno? Kira Dueno? Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for being here. And it's lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I'm going to shade Love Pearl's face. I want it to look so innocent and pure. We've got the gaslight. Now we just need the girl boss and gatekeep. Mods, tag yourselves. Which one are you? Sam's gaslight. I did fall for that. I'd fall for that so bad. For goodness sake, man. It's because I legitimately... It's because I didn't know that Dragon had uploaded videos and I felt bad. And now I'm like, well, do I know anything at all? Apparently not. Apparently I'm just a brainless squidge. Gatekeep! I thought Multi would claim Gatekeep. Feels very castle and king themed. This nice silly. Thank you so much for the follow, my dude. Lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Girl boss. I think Zoom could be a girl boss. And who's just Guy? Oh, what was Impulse? in No, Sam, you're Gaslight. You're Gaslight. That's already determined for you. Multi! We don't need to talk about submarines and submachines, okay? I'm being made fun of. By my own friends. What was Big B's name? I didn't watch a lot of that alliance in Wildlife. Oh, Impulse was Girl Dad. Now, in theory, that should be Multi. You're just Big B. Bless. Valid and fair. I was waiting for you to dispute that, and I'm like, well, but you are. You are a girl dad. It's fact. Am I denying your girl boss? I mean... You could only have one, and you're certainly more Gaslight than you are girl boss, but I'm not denying that you aren't girl boss. Can be more, but you only get one title. Just thinking, is there a way that I can make... Yeah, that doesn't look good. That looks okay. Why have I just been brought to mentally to... Does this specific frame look a little bit like Vox Machina animated series? How about we talk about it if you play button? Sure, right, yeah. Is Pico Park even fun if everyone tries? But it's still so hard. Bossing his 2 valley girls around. Oh. I mean, I think I can put like some highlights on her cheeks and it'll make it a bit more dynamic looking. But for some reason this frame brings me to Vox Machina to Vex looking like sad and scared at someone. Most likely Percy, let's be honest. Guys, oh, Critical Role fans, are we hyped for the Mighty 9 animated series? And also another season of Vox Machina. Are we hyped? I'm so hyped. I watched part of Mighty 9. I know the references. I know what goes on. I'm so excited. And there's like so many parts of the story that I know happened, but I never like watched in the end. Your turn to roll. So Critical Role is a D&D, is a very famous D&D group. And they're so famous that they've had their first campaign turn into an animated series. The Vox Machina, it's on Amazon Prime. If you like fantasy, if you're okay with it being a bit vulgar and gorish, it is kind of adult humor sometimes. But it's very good storyline, very good characters. So if that kind of stuff floats your boat, definitely go give it a watch if you have Amazon Prime. But now they're getting their second campaign that they did. That's also getting an animated series, and I'm kind of more hyped for this one because this is where I had my brief step into the Critical Role fandom during COVID. I watched campaign 2. And so, yeah. That is my thing. And it makes me happy. Yeah. Right. Let's start shading Pearl's hand again. Pearl, generous god that I am, you can have a hand again. I know. How generous. How wonderful of me. I'm so benevolent. And I'm going crazy, apparently. And I've got another 15 minutes to finish this drawing. Right? So generous. I don't honestly think we need a lot of shading on this hand, so I might just go back and give it ever so slight shading. There we go. You were just being generous to us all and Pico. Sure, yeah you were, Sam. Absolutely you were. Such a generous soul. Such a generous soul. Bum 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 bum. We mustn't forget the soul mark thingy around. Why did that happen? It was flashy. Flashy did a big thing. Do, 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 do. This is where we give kind of like Pearl as much life as we can in this rendering process. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, give Pearl life. There's many like character design decisions that I made. And I'm sure I'll talk more about it in the animatic after party. But I was very conscious in like how I wanted Pearl to look before and after. From like the smallest details. What's the current soundtrack? Oh, wait. Was it the previous song? Like soundtrack or song? Because this one that you hear now is Across Land and Sea by Christopher Mo. I can't read that name. It's too small. Christopher Mo Dietlevsen. Sorry. Let me just... by this guy. Got a bunch of songs in the playlist. Very good artist. Stretch, thank you. I do stretch. But yeah, I always have the same playlist on when we're streaming. Because I just like it. This one? This song? This one is by Descant. If this is the one you're talking about. Okay. Pearl, you're losing your hand again. I'm sorry. For some reason, Losing My Religion from REM popped into my head. But I don't remember the way that the lyric goes when he says losing my religion. Losing my religion. Is that how it goes? Trying to keep my eye on you. Bonnie Grace is also very much part of my playlist. Descant, Bonnie Grace. Let's see who else. Edgar Hop is Adriel Fair. Adriel Fair has a lot of stuff that I like. Guys, I have 5 minutes to finish. No, let's say 10 minutes. It's 22? 22 past, right? 10 minutes, 11 minutes to finish this drawing. Let's lock in again by using alpha lock. Haha. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, do-do-do-do-do-do. So what's that, 5 drawings? Will that be 5 drawings? This is the final drawing. As I said, I'm going to give myself 3 hours, and we started drawing at 22 past. So I need to stop at 22 past in exactly 10 minutes. And if we do 5 drawings in 3 hours, that's really not bad. It's a bit less than one every half an hour, but I'm good with it. That's quite good progress. Let's see. I think, where do I want the biggest highlights to be in Pearl? On Pearl's head. It just feels a bit too light, actually, on her eyes. It'd be darker. And then what we need to do is get rid of alpha lock and get the lightest blue that we have and give the girls some highlights. And why not, let's just like add some highlights to the equation. Kind of like look like they're welling up as tears, maybe. There we go. Because we have to add more. Scott. Multi. Of course. What's the question? Which lifer? Which lifer? Which lifer should you draw? Ooh, Tango's always fun to draw. With the fire hair, Tango's always fun. Thinking I might need some more. If Pearl's like threatening to start crying here, we need some more kind of like highlights. What color did I use here for Flipstick? Oh, it's kind of a yellowish. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, and now finger. No, the green's gone. The green, not the green. Not the green. Goodbye. Grab the green. And that one's attached to her middle finger. Attached to Scott's ring finger. Well, we have no consistency here. But we'll keep it on her middle finger here. Too many hoofs. Sort of like that. I think it works. And in fact, I'm going to make it thicker the closer it comes towards us. There we go. As long as it's around any finger. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now let's bloom it. Oh no, we duplicate it first and then we bloom it. A bloom. And let's add the particles. And then we've even got like time to spare to do something else. I wonder. What we can do is group these darn tootin' layers, for goodness sake. So bound. You're grouped. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna fiddle with shading in the last couple of minutes. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I always overthink shading. We have 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. We're 6. Oh. Finish now. I can reduce my time to 35 minutes per drawing. Can I? Oh. Which season, Scott? Ooh. Limited life. With fish stuff. I'm very biased towards a fish design. I wonder why I'm biased towards a fish design. Maybe because one of my favorite own characters is the merman. Ba-dum, 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 bum, bum. I should go darker in some places. Yeah. I legit don't want to overdo it, actually. I think I'm going to finish. I think we're good. I'll give this one a tick. And give this one a tick. And let's just spend a couple minutes reminiscing on what we've done. How's the stream going? We're doing good. It's going well. We've just finished 5 drawings. So as a reminder, we started on this one today. And then we went on to this one. And this one gave us a bit of like shading problems. Like still not 100% happy with it. Because I want like a stark contrast, like even stronger than it is now, between this frame and this frame. It should almost whiplash you how strong the contrast is between these two. And then we've got this one. And then we've got this one. We've got all the happy scenes. Now we're back to darkness for the rest of the animatic. Nice. I guess it was a bit ambitious to say we'll get to this point. But I'm happy. 5 drawings is 5 drawings. 5 more drawings that we've done. Double Life, Scott and Pearl, happy? Ha! Right, exactly. I'm not going to make a wildlife animatic. No, I don't fancy it. Didn't inspire me enough. Yeah, I'm happy with what we've done so far. 5 entire frames in one stream, man. We didn't break the record, to be fair. But also the record was set on a 5-hour stream, so, you know. What app am I using for drawing? I use Procreate on the Apple iPad with the Apple Pencil, 2nd gen. We love Procreate. We love Procreate. Thanks, Red Fire Flame. I appreciate it. Will I stream the editing process of the animatic? Blaze, I'll try. If I can't stream it, I'll try and record it. Because that's the thing. That's the whole idea with this animatic, is I want to take you guys along for every step of the journey. And it's kind of like my computer's already overwhelmed if I'm editing alone. So imagine streaming and editing. I'll try and record it and then like show it in like a video process kind of thing. But my whole idea with this animatic was to show every single step of the process with you guys. And that's why I'm so like freely showing these animatic frames with you guys. Because I just want to take you along for the entire journey. Like, here's the thumbnail. I show you the thumbnail. But yeah, it's kind of like, that's the whole idea. And there's like videos on this Twitch account now. I've kind of saved as videos. I've taken snippets of streams and I've saved them here as videos on this Twitch page. And you can kind of like, by subject, have a look. They're completely unedited. They're just the sections that I talk about the subject. And I'm thinking of sitting down and editing these together to like a more cohesive tutorial. It'll take a long time. Should we just go back to that cover art? It'll take a long time to do, so bear with me on it. But yeah, that's the idea, that I want to turn into a kind of a video tutorial with you for you guys, because lots of people have asked me how I do my animatics, and this animatic was perfect to share that with. But if you want the unedited versions, even with the blabber in between, because there's some fun stuff in there. I enjoy what we talked about. Definitely you can look on Twitch, on this Twitch page right now under videos. They're saved there, you'll find them. But my only concern is the editing process, because it's so taxing on my computer that, and that's like that's a bit of a black box for you guys. I've talked about it, but I have never shown you guys how to do it. And I feel really bad, because I want to kind of part my knowledge that I have amassed over the years, and like the style decisions that I've made, so that you can kind of pick and choose whether it's something that you want to do. So I'm going to try and show you guys the editing process in some way, shape or form. Either we start with a very scuffed stream and then realize it doesn't work and we have to end stream or do something else. And then I'll have to record it. I don't know, man. I'm going to do my best. I'm really going to do my best. Love the music. Thank you. It is Try and Find Me by Adriel Fair right now playing. Stop the drawing. We stopped 5 minutes ago and you're a minute late, Multi. Yeah, I was going to say. You had one job. I'll do my best to show you guys the editing process. If not, I'm going to record it and then I'll do a voiceover on stream. I'll record the process and I'll do a voiceover on stream so that you guys, we still have that interaction, right? We still have that interaction. You guys can ask questions if you have any, and I hope that would work. Let's see. Terrible clickbait. 5 friends in 3 hours and 1 minute. That'll make the title so long though. Although I guess that's better than 2 hours and 56 minutes. That's kind of how long we drew. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys. We did so much. I'm exhausted, I'm gonna be honest. Had a long day on the river and now we stream for 3 hours. Why not? 3.5 actually at this point. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. This was a really lovely stream. Thank you to all the new people coming in. Welcome to all of you. If you're still hanging out and you think this is a cool community, like the chatters in chat are pretty cool and the whole vibe you enjoy, then I definitely implore you to have a look at our Discord, because it's a cool community. Click that link. And yeah. Did good stream. Well done, stream. Applause to the stream. Thank you, stream. But yeah, thank you for everyone new coming by. Please don't think too much about it if I get a bit tired answering questions of are you going to do a wildlife or a past life animatic. Please don't take it personally. I get those questions a lot, so it just gets a bit tiring answering the same thing. But yeah, so if I responded to one of your questions specifically with a bit of fatigue, really nothing against you. It's a very valid question to ask. It's just a human response, I guess. And yeah, I hope I didn't make anyone sad that I'm not doing past life or wildlife animatic. Think about this. If I'm not doing one of those things that I'm not inspired to do, I will be doing other stuff that I am inspired to do. So would you rather see something that that I'm inspired by or something I'm not inspired by? It's one of those things. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys again on Thursday. Mods and I are already talking about another game that we want to play. So it'll probably be another mod gaming stream. Yeah, I got to pop on the Ever SMP with you guys again at some point. We've done a lot on the Ever SMP. But thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. And all that is left for me to do is to send you guys off into the void that is the internet. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye, everybody.